The battle for Big Blue rolls on. Welcome to Goddard Rocket Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com.
Glenn, pistol backfield, straight drop back. Oh, big sack!
Levi from the defensive tackle position.
Levi and Haas.
Along with Hasiel Perez, the Bash Brothers.
Today, your number 5 seed Goddard Rockets take on the number 4 seed Wildcats of Lovington.
To the roar.
Rocket Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Amigo Machinery, Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Trans Aero Medevac, Dion's Pizzas, Salads and Subs, Farmers Country Market, Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, National Furniture Liquidators, Richland Dodge and Richland GM, Plateau Wireless, Roswell Honda, Wakefield Oil Company, and Tate Branch of Roswell. Now, a word from our sponsors.
At Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa, our team is here for you. Nancy Walker, Fallon Moody, and Tialana Watts are family nurse practitioners offering expert care in family practice, pediatrics, women's health, and aesthetics. Nancy also provides advanced hormone therapy for men and women, including hormone pellet implants that help patients feel their best. Plus, meet Brittany Harrell, our skilled nurse injector, offering a full range of aesthetic procedures to help you look and feel confident. Same-day and walk-in patients are always welcome. Visit Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa at 607 West Country Club Road in Roswell. Your family, your health, your beauty, all in one place.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
I'm Ben from Roswell Seed Company.
And I'm John.
We've been helping New Mexico grow since 1898. Seeds, feed, fertilizer, tools, all the good stuff.
Basically, if it grows in the dirt, we probably sell it. Or at least argue about how good it'll grow.
We're just down on South Main and we're always happy to help.
And hey, we throw in the advice and bad jokes, both equally unlicensed.
Go where the pros go. Roswell Seed Company.
Okay, welcome to the Coach's Pregame Show. I'm here with Coach Bolaños. We're getting ready for Lovington, but first, Coach, tell me your thoughts on the big playoff win against Deming last week.
Super proud of the boys. They did a good job, and that's our first playoff win that anybody has experienced here at Goddard High School. So that's what I was telling the boys. I was telling the seniors. The first thing I did was congratulate everybody in the room and said, hey, great job. And I don't think they realized that was everybody's first playoff win. And and it starts somewhere. And so that's kind of telling the boys, those seniors, they lost to Deming their freshman and sophomore years, and last year we lost to Lovington in the playoffs. I said, and here we are now. I said, so it's it's a great start for us, a big win, and just kind of talking to the boys. I mean, that's something we just want to piggyback off of, and make that our standard, not just be content with making the playoffs, and our goal is to play in that last game of the year and really kind of reestablish what Goddard football used to be, and that's a tough thing to do, and that's what I was telling the boys. I mean, it's a grind, man, and showing up every day and working your butt off and doing what you got to do. I mean, there's some good payoff to it. So real big for the boys, man. I was happy for them. You know, it would have been. I would have liked for those guys. I felt like, you know, we got a little bit. We kind of let off the gas a little bit there towards in the second half, and you know, I was telling the boys at halftime, you know, the last time we had played Deming, going into halftime, we were up 3 touchdowns, and Deming came back and made it a ball game. And you know, us going up, I think we were up 4 touchdowns, and I'm telling the kids, you know, hey, let's stay focused and let's do this. And sure enough, you know, Deming comes out and they kick an onside kick, which we told the boys expect the onside, and they recovered, and you know, we only scored 1 touchdown in the second half. And so I was happy for the boys, man. Just even though, you know, we didn't play as well as I thought we should have played in the second half, you know, they were still able to, you know, carry out that W, man, and finish what we had to do. So definitely proud of those guys, man.
No, that's a big deal for those boys to lay the foundation again, you know, getting that first playoff win.
Yeah.
And just laying the foundation for the future. That's awesome for those guys.
Right.
And then, Coach, looking forward to this week, what are your thoughts on the familiar opponent, Lovington?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, man, Lovington hasn't changed one bit, you know, since we last saw them. I mean, they got, I want to say it's like 5 to 7 players that play heavily both ways. And then, you know, they rotate through a handful of them. But when you play that many players both ways, I mean, you know, you can't get too cute and do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And so, you know, my point being is that they run what they run. They got their base defense, and they execute very well. They carry out what they got to do and stuff. And so, my goodness, are they fast? You know, all across the board, I think they're probably one of the fastest teams, you know, in the state. But they do a great job. So yeah, we definitely got our hands full, and you know, kind of like I was telling the kids, we can't afford to take a quarter off. We can't afford to make too many mistakes like we did against Deming. So we're going to have to play our best football, you know, if we're going to continue moving forward. So they know, you know, how big, you know, the role is and whatnot. So.
And then, you know, you're going to be going to Lovington. Mm-hmm. What's the challenge of playing a good opponent on the road who will probably have some good home support?
Yeah, I think they'll really show out. You know, I saw a lot of those fans travel really well to Artesia when they played them. So it being a playoff game, I would expect, you know, those guys to have a good crowd. They had a great crowd, you know, last time we played them in the playoffs. So, you know, but you know, we played in that environment a couple weeks ago, and so, you know, we get that environment, you know, against Artesia, against Roswell. We usually draw a pretty good crowd, especially against Roswell. So, you know, our boys I don't think it's going to be anything new to them. So they just got to, you know, buckle down and play some playoff football.
Yep, that's right, Coach. And then, you know, how are your senior leaders taking on this week and communicating it to the younger players? What's their message?
Our seniors have done a really good job of locking in and just trying to, you know, again, trying to lead the program, practices. You know, you hear their voices quite a bit. You know, they understand, man, that their time, you know, is could be this week or, you know, 2 weeks at the most. And so they know they don't have a whole lot of football left. And you know, it's something we tell our boys all the time. I mean, you don't get to go play, you know, pick up football at the park with your pads on and stuff. So I mean, I think they're really doing a really good job of just trying to soak in the moment and you know, take as much of it as they can. So they've done a really good job of leading the boys and whatnot. So
nice, Coach. And then any final thoughts on this week's game?
No, I mean, it's you know, it sounds so cliche. You hear people all the time say, you know, got to be physical, but we do. And telling our football boys, like, we have to play physical football, because if we get this game, the next one's going to be tough. We get that game, the next one's going to be tough. It don't get any easier, you know. So, I mean, your best football is required to move forward, and so that's been our message. And you know, offensively, you know, we're trying to take a defensive approach where, you know, we got to be physical. So our boys know, you know, what's at hand, and they know, you know, how we got to go and carry things out. So we've had a good week of practice, a really good week of practice, actually. So I'm excited for this game. I really am, and our kids are too. So yeah. So, you know, it's yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup, Coach. 2 programs with just rich tradition, winning state titles, playing each other often in the playoffs. And We're really looking excited. We're really looking forward to this matchup. If you can make it to Lovington, please do. Goddard Rockets can use all the support that we can get, and they're going to put on a big performance and really excited for them. Roll Blue.
Rockets.
Dion's is homegrown right here in New Mexico and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by their location on South Main and West Wildy in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town at a price that won't break the bank. Dion's makes it easy to bring together your favorite people with your favorite food for any occasion. Visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or pickup. That's Dion's.com.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking deal on a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Mucho dinero for your trade? And your credit pardon? Well, you're gonna have to go to Roswell Ford. Hey, Roswell Ford is talking real turkey. With our most aggressive offers in more than 5 years. Right now, get massive savings on new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles with 0% financing and no payments till February 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Worried that your credit is a little foul? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
0 APR for 48 months is $28.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, Trans-Aero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The Trans-Aero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast, no matter how remote the site. When every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, Trans-Aero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by...
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Welcome back to the Goddard Rocket pregame show. Now time for your player spotlight.
My name is Auden Lacey. I'm a sophomore. My position is wide receiver. My parents are the love of my life, my dad and my mom. My favorite subject is lunch. My favorite thing about being a Rocket is finally get to play with my cousin.
My name is Tim Payne. I'm a senior. My position is a middle linebacker. I like to shout out my mom and dad. And my favorite subject is English. My favorite thing about being a Rocket is all the work we put in behind the scenes.
Hi, my name is Nathaniel Vasquez. I'm a sophomore. I play quarterback. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for everything. Favorite subjects, history. Favorite thing about being a Rocket is just the brotherhood, everything that we do. It's just a good, big family we have.
Hi, my name is Elijah Valdez. I'm a senior. I play tight end, sometimes quarterback. Shout out to my mom and my stepdad. You know, they've been there for me my whole life. Favorite subject is ISS. You know, I'm in there every here and there. Favorite part about being a Rocket is watching Mark and Levi fight. You know, at the end of the day, they always come back to being a brother, and they always show love. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elijah Sanchez. I'm a sophomore. I play linebacker. Shout out to my mom and my dad. I love them both. My favorite subject is sports medicine. And my favorite thing about being a Rocket is just being able to play with my brothers every day.
Hi, my name is Hostel Perez. I'm a senior in high school. I play D-end. Shout out to my mom, my brothers, and my stepdad who always support me in everything I do. My favorite subject in school is engineering. And my favorite thing about being a Rocket is watching my coach, Coach Avalos, be bipolar and switch up from being happy to yelling at us for no reason.
That's your Goddard Rocket player spotlight. Pre-game show continues right after this.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
At Roswell Hyundai, we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Good credit, bad credit, doesn't matter. You're approved, so fly in today with guaranteed credit approval or we'll hand you $1,000.
Visit Roswell Hyundai today, 1909 West 2nd in Roswell.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
Good afternoon, Rocket Nation. It's time for Goddard Rocket Football. Kelly McDonald filling in here for Coach Deck, and I got Coach Roybal sitting right next to me. Coach, how are you today?
Doing well today, Coach. Ready for a good matchup and ready to hear about a Goddard Rocket volleyball win, hopefully, in about another hour or so.
Yeah, we'll try to keep you updated on that as much as possible, as well as the other two because we already played one last night, 2 semifinal games that are going on this afternoon. We've got Artesia Highland at Artesia, that will start at 2 p.m. And then Los Alamos and Gadsden began at noon, and we've got a score on that already. And I just want to update it here and just make sure that we've got it up to date. The last score we had was a second quarter score, and it was Gadsden 14, Los Alamos 7. So we'll keep you posted on that as well. Of course, last night the Roswell Coyotes finished off Belen pretty quickly via the mercy rule with about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They won 51-0. Just not very competitive game, but Roswell kind of hoping for Los Alamos to win so they don't have to travel to Gadsden, but we'll see how that one goes. But now we're ready for Rocket football as we see the teams heading out onto the field. Actually, looks like Lovington is headed back to their locker room area. But let's talk just a little bit about how we got here. Goddard comes into the game overall 7-4, finished fourth in district with a 4-3 record, and they're coming off that big win against Deming at the Wool Bowl last week, 35-14. Lovington, they got the bye, and they have an overall 6-4 record. They were third in district, and they are coming off a mercy rule situation against Santa Teresa in their final one. Their last game was on Halloween night when they beat Santa Teresa at home 54-0. Coach, what can you tell me about Lovington? What do you expect from the home team here tonight?
Coach, Lovington has a lot of speed, especially at quarterback. Last time, Jaden Gutierrez did a number running and passing. Lovington won that game 44-26, but the score, the game was closer than the score indicated. Lovington made a little run in the second quarter where they got a pick six and returned a punt for a touchdown that kind of put the game out of reach. But besides that, the two teams went toe-to-toe. So expect a great matchup today. Also, last year in the playoffs, in the first round, Lovington was the 5 seed, Goddard was the 12 seed. Lovington came away with the 55-21 win at Lovington. So these two teams meeting again in back-to-back years at Lovington. Goddard hoping to exact some revenge on Lovington. And besides Gutierrez, Lovington also has a huge lineman, big and physical. He's committed to Fresno State, number 59, Alex Rivera. So Goddard looking to neutralize him, maybe run away from him, double-team him, make him work every single play. And they do have a lot of players that play both ways, as Coach Blonius pointed out in the coach's interview. And, Goddard needs to make those guys work, maybe play a little more up-tempo, just run the ball and punish them and try to wear those guys out, because Goddard doesn't have too many players, if any, that consistently play both ways.
Right, and that's something that Lovington's done for several years now. I don't know if it's a numbers thing or just philosophy thing, but they try to put a lot of their best athletes on the field as much as possible, whether it's offense or defense, and it could be a factor. Hopefully it will be a factor today. This is a tough place to play, and this is 3 games in a row where the Rockets have had to come into this stadium and play on this blue Brian Urlacher field, and it looks like there's quite a few Goddard faithful that have made the trip over in the visiting stands. They've got the GR signs up, and we're just about ready to start. Looks like we're going to start a little bit late, as it is already 1:01. But we might be on a little bit of a delay here. Looks like I did not see – I saw that they did the toss. Did you see who won the toss by any chance?
Coach, no, I didn't, but it looks like Goddard might be – oh, I couldn't quite tell. I thought they were going to be lining up to return, but now they're kind of just everywhere.
Yeah, I think they might be lined up.
Yeah, they have the ball out on that side. So I think Lovington's – going to be kicking from north to south to the Rockets.
So they likely won the toss and deferred. So it looks like the Rockets will get the ball first. So it'll be quarterback Nate Vasquez and Brady Gibbs behind him. Josiah Castillo is the leading receiver for the Goddard Rockets, as everybody in Rocket Nation knows very well. Going to need a big game from all 3 of those guys if they're going to pull the upset on the road today, but they're certainly capable, and you just never know. There's 2 really good programs, 2 good teams that know each other, obviously, and here we go. We are set to kick off, and it looks like it's number 10, Caleb Aranda, the kicker, ready to go, hand in the air, waiting for the officials.
And he's a big weapon for them, Coach. Lovington utilized him to kick field goals all year long, got a big leg, and definitely something to look out for.
Yeah, I remember watching him warm up before a game this year. He hit a 55-yarder. So he boots that one into the end zone, so it will be a touchback, and the Goddard Rockets will start from their own 20-yard line. They get the ball first. And I'm going to see if I don't say Coyotes one time.
Yeah, Coach.
On accident. And
we wouldn't blame you if so.
I tell you what, it's I've called lots of games over the years for Goddard. A lot of volleyball, some basketball, some baseball. Probably more baseball than anything for Goddard. But this is the first time I've done a Goddard football game, so this is fun for me.
Heck yeah, going to be a good time, Coach. And it looks like Goddard going to line up in a 2x2 set.
Yeah, one back, pistol formation, and they're going to hand the ball off, and not much there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, possibly 1 yard. I believe that's Gibbs.
The numbers, yeah, that was Gibbs. Numbers are going to be hard to see from up here with Goddard wearing the all white with the baby blue numbers, so give us a little grace with that, but we'll try to be as accurate as possible. And, Coach, that's what, even though it wasn't effective right there and stopped for no gain, Goddard's going to have to just keep trying to run that ball. We can't be one-dimensional this game.
No, I agree. I think they're going to have to, slow, methodical drives are a good thing for the Goddard Rockets today. So they're going to go 2 receivers to the right this time and another run off tackle. Gibbs will pick up 2.
Yeah, they're gonna need to use the clock and meticulous drives, keep Lovington's offense off the field because they are explosive, lots of speed.
They are that. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 8.
So already a big play right here. Goddard doesn't want to give the ball to Lovington this quickly after a 3 and out, so looking for a big first down right here. And Goddard going to go with the trips look to the right, gun to the left. It's going to be Gibbs to the left of Vasquez.
Yeah, but Castillo on the left. I'll see which way they look. They're going the other way, and it's going to be an incompletion. So it will be a 3 and out as the punting team will have to come on. And it will be, it's Vasquez the punter, correct?
Yes, Vasquez the punter.
Okay. So he'll stay out there. It's always an advantage to have your quarterback be your punter or one of your other skill players, but I don't anticipate any kind of tomfoolery here. I think this will be a punt.
And we had tried Brady McDaniel earlier in the year, Coach, and it looks like he might be back there right now. He's our kicker, also a soccer player.
Yeah, it is hard to see those numbers, isn't it? All right, here's the kick. Decent, and they're going to run the reverse. And he's got a little room past the 40 to the 35 and tackled down inside the 30, about the 29, is number, hard to see those as well, maybe number 9, Elijah Rivero, I should say, and he's a dangerous receiver, so he'll stay on the field as well.
And Lovington, and it shows right there, there's a lot of things you have to prepare for. They're going to do reverses, they'll do flea flickers, they'll do a lot of different stuff throughout the game, whether it be on special teams or offense. So you got to prepare for that.
They are always solid in that third aspect of the game. They're going on a trips left set here, and now we have a stoppage of play. Officials come together. Not sure what we're doing here. They made a Lovington player come off the field, so not sure about that. They're still going to stay in that formation.
Maybe equipment issue or something along those lines.
Seems like I've seen a lot of that this year that I don't remember seeing in the past, where they make players come off. Maybe it's a point of emphasis, not sure. But now we look like we're ready to go. And it's going to be a run and a touchdown for Jaden Gutierrez, who takes it himself. So one play drive after the good punt return for Lovington makes it 6-0 Wildcats.
We talked about how explosive the Lovington offense was and how explosive Jaden Gutierrez was, and displayed it right there, 29 yards on the 18 option keep. He fakes the pitch, sticks his foot in the ground, and then he was gone, Coach, and untouched also. And Lovington going to go for the PAT. They were just swinging gate look, and Goddard sticks him at the goal line, and Goddard able to knock the ball out and recover. So Goddard stops Lovington on the 2-point attempt. So good job right there, but Lovington does get the touchdown, so they're up 6-0.
Yeah, and that's if you look at the kicking statistics for Lovington, they don't try a lot of extra point kicks. They do have that good kicker. Aranda has made let's see. Well, I don't have it here. But the big leg kicker is definitely a weapon for them, but they go for 2 there and fail. So Goddard will hold him to just 6. Hopefully that can be a factor perhaps down the line. And now we'll see who they're going to have back for the kickoff receive for Goddard. Man, it is hard to see those Columbia blue numbers, isn't it?
It is, Coach. It looks like Castillo might be running back there. I can't quite see who else, but
now you have to watch. You mentioned special teams earlier. Lovington will try onside kicks. They will try just about anything as far as trick plays, especially in special teams. So you always got to be aware.
And after a big explosive play, and they just stopped Goddard on a quick 3 and out, this would be time to watch out for an onside kick or something funny for Goddard.
Yeah, they better be ready here. But he will boot it deep and into the end zone, so no return once again with the big-footed kicker, Aranda. He's impressive. I mean, he looks – I was standing right next to him pregame and watching him absolutely boot that ball. So
yeah, he's a next-level kicker for sure, Coach.
I agree. All right, so here is offensive possession number 2 for Goddard. And we'll see if Nate Vasquez and the boys can move down the field.
And Coach, on the offensive line, we got center Lorenzo Lente, Desmond Secret right tackle, Remy Franco right guard, Mark Grahio left guard, and then Reyes Nunez left tackle. We're going to hand it off right here, and not going to pick up very much right there. And that looked like it was Zach Ariano, and he's going to get maybe 1 yard right there, Coach.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding so far in the running game for the Rockets. They tried it twice last possession, only picked up 2 total yards, and they just get 1 there with Ariano. So let's see if they stick with it. I agree with you. I think they can't abandon the running game until, it's absolutely necessary. So I'm okay with them trying that. So here we go on 2nd and 9. Vasquez will hand it off again, and met in the backfield, but pushing forward for a gain of a couple. And is that Gibbs?
I think that's Ariano again.
Ariano
Coach.
again, okay.
And then right there he was met behind the line and actually picked up a few yards after contact, and still that was only 2 yards, though.
Yeah, if that. So they're
Lovington's defensive line is just doing work right now, so running inside isn't working. They're going to have to try something else. But the problem is Lovington has lots of speed on the outside too. So,
they're a solid. They're a contender. For sure.
For sure.
All right, here we go. 3rd and long. I'm going to call it a long 8. And Vasquez back to pass. Now he's going to take off with it. Got a little room. He's got to make 1 miss at least. He's going to get held up at about the 27. Maybe the 28. Looks like they're going to give him the 28, so it's going to be 4th and 2. And, boy, you hate to have a decision. It's probably a punt, but 4th and 1 maybe, but I think he's still got to punt this one.
Yeah, especially the way the run game's been going so far. That was your best run right there, and it wasn't even a design run. Nate Vasquez seeing the coverage drop back and just taking it upfield for some good yards. So, yeah, I like the decision right here to just punt it away.
And he can do it. He's an effective runner. But
we spoke too soon, Coach. We're getting in the Mafia set. Bringing in Isaiah Montoya, Talon Payne. Going to see if we could pick this up. Going to shift to the right. Going to take the power to the right. And Montoya got it, Coach. Wow. What a big decision and big-time pickup by the Rockets.
But, I love it. I like the decision there by Coach Bolaños. You can't get down this early, this much.
To this kind of team especially. So.
Yes, you got to keep them off the field. So I love jumping into the Mafia formation there. And you said it was
Isaiah Montoya.
Okay. So that's a good job.
And those kind of decisions, when they pay off, they usually inject some life in the team. So hopefully Goddard can feed off this momentum, because that was a big-time pickup right there.
Here's the little.
And Elijah Valdez on the RPO is going to pick up the first down right there.
Yeah, it's a good job for Valdez. Number 9, the senior, with those long arms reaching out there and picking up that slant pass from Vasquez. So there's the first completion of the game and the second first down of the game. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 43. Vasquez will try the run again, and a little bit better job now. Offensive line getting a push, and maybe 4 yards on that one. So that's exactly what they needed. And you're right. That gave them a little momentum there, picking up that 4th and 2 with the Mafia package. And Now 2 successful offensive plays after that. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 6. All right, here's the going to look to Castillo, and the pass just a little high. Threw it in double coverage. Castillo able to go up and make a play on it, but pass was just a little too high for even the tall and athletic Josiah Castillo. Almost said the state high jumper, but is that him?
No, Jose Porras.
That's Porras, right? Okay. Yeah, I knew it was one of them, but
Castillo, I wouldn't be surprised if he go up and dunk that basketball. He's got
I'm sure he can. Yeah,
he's got some hops for sure, and it's going to be interesting to see how they cover him today. And Goddard going to give it to Ariano right there, and he's going to be taken back for a loss of at least 1.
Yeah, that's
Goddard trying to play a little hurry up and not successful right there. So it looks like that was a 3rd down play and we ran it. So the plan was to go for it, but with the negative yardage, I don't know if we'll still stick to that.
Right, with the loss. 3rd and about 3, but then becomes 4th and about 5. So, or is it 3rd and 5? I think it's 4th and 5.
I think
there
4.
We go. Now they're going to say 4th and 6. So, yeah, I mean, looks like they're going to go. They're close to midfield. At least line up to go. Maybe see if they can draw them off. They're going.
Oh, what they?
Timeout.
Oh.
So Goddard calls the timeout just before the snap there. So we'll take a little break too. Thanks for tuning in to Goddard Rocket Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
All right, we are back from Lovington, New Mexico. Another 4th down decision for Coach Bolaños. He had lined up to go for it, actually snapped it to run the play, but called timeout right before, maybe to get a look at the defense, but they are lined up to go for it again, and here they go. Vasquez gets a snap, and he's looking to Castillo's. Got him for the first down, yes.
Oh, man.
He will have it.
Coach Bolaños is the riverboat gambler today, and it is paying off. You love to see it.
Well, I mean, nothing to lose at this point. You're the underdog. You're on the road, and he is pulling out all the stops here. Great play call there. Threw the ball right to the sticks on the route from Castillo. He picked up an extra yard or 2 after the catch, and you are right, Coach. That's a gamble there.
Those are 2 big conversions by the Rockets, and Vasquez showing some poise for a young sophomore quarterback.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. And
that's what we need to see right there.
Success in the running game here after the 4th down conversion, just like last time. That was Ariano again. So Ariano is getting the bulk of the carries so far here in quarter number 1.
We do. There is a flag, and that's been our Achilles heel all year, Coach. We'll have some productive, positive plays and have a good drive going and have a hold, have a block in the back, and derail the good momentum we had. Hopefully that's not the case this time, but not what you want to see right there.
No, that's tough. That's going to back them up, make it 1st and 20, unless it was way down the field. Let's see where they walk it off. They haven't yet.
And even with that penalty, this is the kind of drive that the Rockets need. Just first down after first down, 3, 4, maybe 5 of those in one drive, and take as much time off the clock as possible and just keep grinding. And so far, so good.
Yeah, keep it close for as long as possible has got to be the game plan. So here we go, 1st and 20. And 2 receivers to the left. Vasquez will hand the ball off up the middle and pick up maybe 5. We'll see about the spot. as he is gang tackled in the middle there. I think it's Ariano again. Again, hard to distinguish the 21 from the 12 or other numbers out there. But it is going to be a pickup. They're going to say 4. This is going to bring up 2nd and 16. And easier to go for it this part of the field than the first time for sure. But we'll see here on 2nd down how they do. Going to run it again, and not much there. Maybe a yard. Going to give them the 49-yard line of the Wildcats and bring up 3rd and about 15. So we'll see what they have dialed up for that. You got to think pass here.
Yeah, I have to, Coach. And it looks like they're just playing Castillo just straight up. So
a little bit surprised.
Yeah, me too. Most teams have had like kind of a bracket coverage on him ever since about midway through the year, and they're not going to. So Goddard took advantage of it last time on 4th down. Maybe on 3rd down right here we can do the same.
Yeah, with Porras out, I don't know why you wouldn't put 2 on Castillo. But here we go, 3 receivers to the left. And Vasquez is going to look to throw, and now he just has to throw it away. Has to not take the sack. So nobody able to get open downfield. Good coverage by the Wildcats. And now you can't go for it here, right?
No, no.
Yeah,
but
mass substitutions here. But
after getting those couple of first downs, as you mentioned earlier, Goddard can pin Lovington deep right now, and then have them take a long drive. Hopefully, a lot of time off the clock if they do drive down into Goddard's territory, because that one-play drive like last time is not going to work.
No, absolutely not. So here we go, lined up to punt. Does look like it's Vasquez. Here we go. Kick is high and a fair catch made at the 19, so that's relatively deep. Pretty good punt, good coverage. We will take a break. It will be Wildcat ball at their own 19 when we come back. It's 6-0 Lovington. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
All right, we are back as Lovington running play to the left side on 1st down, picking up maybe 1. Good job by the Rocket defense front.
Looked like number 44, Eric Gutierrez, who's just been by far our best defensive player all year.
So a good stop on 1st down. A 3 and out would be just what the doctor ordered for the Rocket defense.
And then, although Lovington is a spread team, they like to run that ball, and they like a lot of short passes, extension of the running game. And looks like we have another penalty right there. Maybe
procedure penalty. That's going to back them up 5. Make it 2nd and about 13. So, yeah, here's your opportunity. So you get a good stop on 1st down. You get a procedure penalty on 2nd down. So now you got 2 downs to hold them. Maybe get the ball back in decent field position. All right, 6-0 Wildcats here in the first quarter.
And on that Rocket defensive line, we have Jeremiah Sorg, Levi Viscara, Eric Gutierrez, Hasiel Perez, and holding down the middle at linebacker Taylon Payne. Letting a draw back, look like a draw play, and gosh, this kid is fast.
Yeah, that was a run all the way, and he is going to be close to 1st down yardage. In fact, he's going to have it at the 30-yard line. So Gutierrez on the set quarterback run there, drop back, let everything spread out, and then find a gap. And you're right, he is fast. They list him at just 5'7". I don't think he's that little, but
like usually they'll exaggerate the size.
Right,
right there. I thought for sure, Coach, he looks at least 5'10" with cleats on.
Yeah, that. He does not look like a. I mean, he's not tall, but I don't think he's that little. All right, Gutierrez, a little bit of a high snap, and they're going to run right into the front four of the Rockets, and minimal gain, maybe 2.
Taylon Payne in on the tackle. Also Angel Mesa. And it does look like we have Josiah Castillo playing a little bit of both ways. He's at right corner right now. So that's a big deal right there, having that kind of athleticism, because you got to try to match it if possible with Lovington, because they have it all over the field.
Well, sure. I mean, you can put a 6'3" athletic guy out there. You know, there's potentially no tomorrow here, so pull out all the stops. And here's the pressure, but Gutierrez is elusive. He's going to pick up maybe 4, maybe 5. It's going to bring up third and about 3.
And that's what Rockets are going to have to do when Gutierrez does decide to scramble Ryan Romero and Taylon Payne in on the tackle. They're going to have to deliver some punishment, make Gutierrez think twice about running the football. And also defensive line has to stay and have some rush integrity whenever they're rushing the passer, stay in their lanes, and be ready for Gutierrez to take off, because we've seen how dangerous he is.
Well, 8 touchdowns, 628 yards, 9 yards a carry on the season. He is their biggest running threat. Here we go. Gutierrez back, looking to throw. He's in trouble. It's going to be nearly a sack. He gets away and able to throw it away. But now it's decision time for Lovington, because they're going to have a 4th and 3. And we'll see how aggressive they're going to be if they take a play out of the Bolaños handbook and see if they want to gamble.
And Angel Mesa with the big-time rush from the linebacker spot, almost sacking Gutierrez. And Gutierrez showing some real athleticism, getting out of the potential sack and then able to throw the ball away. And
we have an injury or
there was a helmet. Lovington's player's helmet came off. I didn't see a flag on the field. Maybe a timeout.
Maybe an injury timeout? I'm not sure. We'll just stay here, as we probably can't get away and get back. We don't want to miss this big play coming up on 4th and 3. I do see, I don't know if it's managers or training staff out there. Not sure what's going on. Yeah, we'll just stay here. But some kind of timeout was called. I didn't see an indication by the white hat of a timeout called by either team, so it could just be an injury timeout. But no one left the field that I saw. Oh, it's the quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We were too locked in on the play. Yeah. Didn't look at the scoreboard.
Yeah. All right. So
we're gonna flip the field here, and you're gonna have some high drama coming up. Big decision for Lovington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think they'll go.
Yeah, just knowing how their play style and their coach, Josh Bailey, he likes to go for it. He likes to be tricky, so I'm expecting that all day right here.
Yeah, I would actually be surprised if they didn't go for it. And they are lined up that way. They're going to go 2 receivers to the left, 3 receivers to the right. Complete spread formation. They're going to try and draw them off is what they're going to do. They may be punting this.
A little pooch punt maybe?
I think they may call a timeout and punt it. But they're not going to run this play. Oh, they are. Here they go. He's going to take it himself. And he's going to get it. As Gutierrez able to just find a little seam, and that's probably a pretty safe 4th and 3 call.
And then that was like a check with me. Look, like you said, they tried to draw him off sides. After they weren't able to, Gutierrez looked at his coach. Coach said, hey, we're running just straight up 10 dive basically from the shotgun position, and Gutierrez athletic enough to pick it up right there.
Yeah, with everybody spread out, that eliminates some of the linebackers hitting those gaps. So here we go, 1st and 10. Ball at the 46-yard line. Gutierrez still getting some guidance from the sideline. One back with him to his left. He's going to fake it and take it himself. And, he gets through the first group and then is tackled at the Goddard 39.
And that's number 44, Eric Gutierrez from the defensive tackle position.
Wow.
Making that play. And he's done that all season long. And touchdown saving tackle right there. I don't know how Gutierrez was able to scoot through two guys right there and potentially almost score. But thank goodness Gutierrez was able to make the tackle. But
yeah, that's a long way to go for a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
From the defensive tackle position, and yeah, probably touchdown saving with the speed of Jaden Gutierrez. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the Goddard 40. Gutierrez from the pistol. He'll hand it off this time, and a big hole up the middle, and brought down from behind with the grab of the jersey. And that was...
It looks like 24 Angel Mesa on the tackle, but Lovington on back-to-back plays picking up chunk yardage on the run in the run game against the Rockets.
Yeah, I thought that was Montoya, but yeah, it's hard to see those numbers for me. I'll defer to you on most of those, I'm afraid. The bright sunshine, the light numbers on the white jerseys.
Yeah, it is. The sun is beaming off of those for sure.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll run it again, why not? But this time the Rockets are ready, and number 2, Zachary Diaz, will pick up a couple of yards, but taken down by the Rockets.
Host of Rockets in on that tackle right there.
Okay, so it's going to bring up 2nd and about 8 at the Goddard 23. Defense has been kind of bend, not break on this particular drive. Certainly not a one-play drive like the first one. And here is Diaz again. He gets upended, does a little flip there, but it's going to be positive yardage. Let's see where the spot is.
And look like Kyle Mosqueda right there going low and getting that tackle. But, Lovington getting lots and lots of room to run the ball, the running back not getting contacted until the second level. So Rockets defensive line wearing down a little bit this drive.
Well, they've been out there a while. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 16, and they will stay on the ground. But this time the Rockets all over him.
Talon Payne and also Angel Mesa again. Good job right there. Finally saying, no, sir, not this time.
Yeah, I couldn't see the ball carrier on that one. Maybe, I don't want to say the wrong number. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Oh, are they going to say, sorry, 4th and 1. That was not a first down on the last play.
That's some high drama at Brian Urlacher Field here. Well, I had a lot of 4th downs.
Boy, there have been a lot of 4th downs this game already, both teams. So here they go. They're going to line up under center.
And Talon Payne's going to drop down in that zero tech as a nose tackle. I'd love to see it, but Lovington going to take a timeout.
All right, we'll take one, too. Rockets trail 6-0 with Lovington 4th and 1. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Bob Reed Pest Control is committed to providing the most modern pest management solutions for homes and businesses. Bob Reed can handle every aspect of pest control, from general insects to trees, shrubs, yard treatment, and commercial weed control. And they're the only Centricon termite colony elimination system authorized operator in Southeast New Mexico. No job is too big or too small. Bob Reed Pest Control, Southeast New Mexico's pest management professionals. Find them online at bobreedpestcontrol.com or call 575-623-5344. Serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
All right, welcome back. We have drama here from Urlacher Field in Lovington, New Mexico, as we have yet another 4th down play coming up. It's going to be Gutierrez likely lining up under center here to try to pick up this 1 yard. They've got to get about, well, we'll say to the 15-yard line in order to pick up this first down.
With about under 8 minutes left, Coach, we've had a lot of drama already, and Lovington looking to add to it. Under center, going to fake the handoff and run a naked bootleg, Coach, and Oh, there was a flag. I think I saw a flag. Yes.
Yep, there is a flag on this play. He got it easily running the naked boot, but there was a penalty, and you got to think holding here.
Yeah, it has to be. And with the runner as dynamic as Jaden Gutierrez, you don't have to hold much. Just kind of get in front of the guy.
And I'll tell you what, this is middle of the field. This is well within the range of Aranda. I'm curious if it is a holding penalty, which we think it is. Here's the indication it is holding. So they will back him up 10. That makes it 4th and 11. Think they'll kick it here?
I think so, Coach. That's kind of a.
I think that's the safe thing to do for sure. And you see the kicker on the sideline there, just waiting for the word,
just hoping.
Yeah, he's just ready. He's like, "Are we doing this? Are we doing this?" You know, like I said, it's right in the middle of the field. Not a lot of wind out here. Perfect conditions. So now they're finally walking off the penalty yardage. And here he comes. They are going to kick it. So that's a win, I think, for the Rocket defense.
No, for sure. That's a win. And, going to have to get some points here on this next drive. With under 8 minutes left, Lovington gets the ball coming out of the half. If the Lovington kicker is able to make this, Goddard needs points this next drive for sure.
Looks like Rivero, the wide receiver, is the holder, but you don't expect him to fake this. This is not a – oh, they did get him to jump, perhaps. Kick is up, but no indication because –
and
see if we jumped or if they drew us off.
We did.
It is offsides. Now, that makes it 4th and 6. Couldn't really tell if the kick was good. It looked good.
And Coach, that drives me crazy. For a defensive tackle to jump off sides with the ball right there,
yeah,
I just don't understand that.
That's just, yeah. If it's one of the guys that's out wide, that's one thing. But you're staring. They should be staring at the football. There's no reason not to. And kicker stays out there, so looks like they're gonna try it on 4th and 6.
And there was no indication given whether that field goal was good or not. We're assuming it was.
Yeah, it looked good, but
they said they called no play, I guess. So here we go again.
Kick is up, and the kick is no good.
Wide right. We will take it.
You want to talk about, because I'll tell you what, that's a crazy set of downs there because they got the first down on 4th and 1, but the penalty knocked them back. Then they go out for the field goal. We're pretty sure they make it, but we commit a penalty, and instead, they could have declined it and kept the points.
What a wild.
Well, could they have?
That's what I was assuming because, normally when that happens against the offense gets a free play. So I was assuming so, but it looked like the refs kind of waved it off and didn't give an indication.
So they must have said no play.
Yeah, I think the ref said dead play right there.
So they did not take points off the board, but still, we think he made the first kick. It. And then the second one from closer, he pushes out wide right. So a huge break for the Rockets to see if they can capitalize. And they're going to flip it out to the left side, and pretty decent play on first down. Picking up 6 or 7. We'll see about the spot. Looks like 7.
And right there, it looked like they were bracketing Castillo. So if they do that, that's going to open things up a lot for the Goddard Rocket offense.
Oh, absolutely. They'll have to have someone else step up, but plenty of fine candidates to do that.
And I couldn't quite see who threw that to. Maybe freshman Brian O'Meara.
Yeah, I couldn't see across the field who it was.
Because it wasn't Valdez. I didn't see the long locks coming out of the helmet. So I think that was O'Meara with the catch.
All right, here's 2nd and 4, and they're going to run it up the middle. We're going to pick up 1. I was going to say maybe 2, and it will be 3rd and about 2.
And that one was Gibbs, Coach, and I'm able to distinguish because I picked up Ariano's wearing those lime green cleats.
There you go. Sometimes that's very helpful.
So thank you, Ariano, for being flashy because that helped us out a lot.
Yeah. All right, so 3rd and 3 here. Rockets want to keep the ball and score. Keep the ball for the remainder of the half and score. Probably best case scenario for them. And here's the run. It's going to be a first down. And I believe it's Gibbs again, and it's going to be about 6 yards and a first down for the Rockets. So after the stop and the missed field goal, tell you what, they can take all the momentum in at halftime. If they can drive down here, score, kick the extra point, take a lead into halftime, yes, you're going to kick to them, and they're going to have the ball first, but this would just be huge.
Especially after that slow start, an explosive start by Lovington.
Right. They've kind of weathered the storm here. Now can they get it back to even? All right, they're going to look to pass, completed.
It's going to be Castillo.
First down yardage, about 12 yards for Josiah. So here come the Rockets. And the Lovington bench not happy about something, but it's going to just be an 11-yard reception there, but it still will be the first down at the 46-yard line as we get deeper into the second quarter. Again, they'd like to just maintain possession right up to the half if possible. So here's Vasquez from the pistol. They snap it over his head. Don't try to pick it up. He does, and then goes down with it. Just want to fall on those.
That was the last thing that or a turnover that we could afford, and they're going to push us way back. That was a loss of about 20 yards right there, Coach.
Yeah, that's going to be.
So we're at second and Hobbs right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's second in the racetrack at least. So
yeah, seriously.
It's going to be 23. I don't know, 33.
Oh, jeez.
About a third of the field, so.
Not many OCs have a second and 33 play in the playbook, Coach.
Yeah, they're going to say just second and 30, so, maybe a little better there. They're going to split 2 out to the right, 1 to the left, and they're going to look for the screen and going to pick up good yardage here on second and 30.
So we'll take that. O'Meara taking the little jailbreak screen.
Maybe about 7 yards. So, yeah, you'll take probably anything better than 5 on these first 2 downs just to give yourself a chance to pick up the yardage on third. So second about 23 from the 33-yard line. They have to get to the opposite 44. So still a long way to go for the Rockets, but picking up some of it there on first down. They're going to go empty this time. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Looks like Castillo maybe in the slot. Going to look left, and they're going to throw it out there. And it's going to be knocked away. Pretty good defense there by number 27 for Lovington, Aiden Nunez, the senior, able to knock that one away. Are they looking for Castillo on that side? I actually think he was lined up on this other one.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Other side, so I'm not sure who he's looking for.
I thought Valdez on this side too, so either Lujan or O'Meara, and couldn't quite hook up. So the long snap, the bad snap, doomed the Rockets on that drive. And
boy, yeah, and they were moving the ball too. So 4th and 23, and you'll see.
Oh, and the Rockets able to get them.
Yeah, so they'll pick up a little field position if nothing else here.
And I know the score says 6-0, but this has been a game of back and forth, and you think one team's going to make a little run and the momentum gets stalled, and it's been a great football game so far.
It has. Competitive, and like I said, they kind of weathered that early storm, the bad start. Had the 3 and out, you had the good punt return, you had the one-play drive to score early, and we were a little worried the way the game started, but Goddard has reacted very well. Coach Bolaños took some chances on 4th down to keep him in this, and that does look like McDaniel back punting, and it will be fielded about the 25 and looking to come our way. 5, 10, 15 yards on the return before he's forced out of bounds at the 40. That is number 12, Paul Sanchez, the junior wide receiver.
about a 37-yard punt for McDonough right there. And real quick, attention all Goddard Rocket fans. Let me tell you, Roswell Nissan's got a championship roster this season. Let's see what lineup we're working with. The freshman, the Nissan Kicks, named Best Budget Car, a solid starter that delivers big league value. The sophomore, the Rogue, crowned Best Compact SUV, dependable, versatile, and ready to take the field. The JV, the Pathfinder, a top safety pick award winner. This player always protects your whole team. And the varsity, now here's the powerhouse, the Armada, best in-class SUV built for real strength and commanding performance. And here goes Lovington coach Gutierrez, 18 option. He pitched it this time.
Nicely done.
The Rockets all over it right there. Great play.
And is it Kyle Mosqueda maybe?
Yeah, it was Mosqueda coming down and making that tackle.
Yeah, that's a 4-yard loss. So that's a great tackle of Gutierrez.
And just real quick to finish that up, Roswell Nissan's got over 165 players in their lineup to choose from, and they're all ready to score big for you. With rates as low as 0% and no payment for 90 days, it's your time to get in the game. Looks like we're set for one heck of a season with this lineup. So come on down to Roswell Nissan and join the winning team.
All right. So here we go, 2nd and 14. Gutierrez back to pass, looking down the middle. He's got a guy wide open. If he can get him, he does. Makes a good catch on a tough ball. And there's the big hitter.
And also the danger of the Lovington offense. You know, you're so worried about Jaden Gutierrez running the ball, and then they get a speedy receiver to sneak over the top, and he's able to find him.
Yeah, it looks like it was Aiden Nunez, the senior wide receiver, and he had to make a play on that ball. It was if he hits him in stride, it's basically a walk-in touchdown. But he had to make adjustments, had to go up in the air to get it, and just a great catch. Not really that bad of coverage. He did have a step, but
the throw made it a more competitive catch than it needed to be, and
right.
Nunez made a heck of a play for sure.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 30 now. Lovington threatening as we get closer to halftime, and here's a shot, and they're going to call interference there. It looked like got there right when the ball did, but
and that looked like number 16 senior Ryan Romero, but like you said, Coach, I thought that was same time and knocked the ball out right when it got there.
Yeah, we didn't have a great angle there, but certainly didn't look like obvious pass interference. But that looks like it's what's going to be the call. Here's the white hat. And he's going to give the indication here, pass interference defense. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Should put the ball right at the 15. And it will be 1st and 10 from there for Lovington. So calling on this defense to toughen up here once again. They got it done last time, but now they're in a deeper hole. 1st and 10 at the 15.
Yeah, I need a big stop. We're deep in the second quarter, and Lovington gets the ball coming out of half.
Yeah, turnover is what they need right here. They're going to run the ball, and Goddard all over it. Tackle for loss.
Like number 3, Levi Viscara.
Yeah, coming from that DM position.
Also number 13, Isaiah Montoya from the opposite outside backer position in on that tackle. Good job, Isaiah.
Yeah, good job working down the line there for Isaiah. So that will bring up 2nd and about 11 after the tackle for loss. And now Lovington trying to do what Goddard was doing, trying to use up all the clock and score because they know they get it coming back out. They don't want to give Goddard the ball with any time left here in the second. And play is stopped. I don't see a flag.
Oh, yeah, the
far
line judge. What's he going to call? Oh, it's on Lovington. We'll take it.
Procedure penalty, so it's going to be 2nd and 16. So, yeah, maybe hold them to a field goal attempt again would be a good scenario. But they are going to have 3 more downs here, so we'll just see. Looks like Zachary Diaz, the running back, is checking in for Lovington. They're going to go one back, and that is Diaz. looking to throw.
Oh, yeah, the running back coming out of the backfield just wide open on that wheel route.
Just a little wheel, and he was wide open, and he goes in untouched for the touchdown. 12-0 the score now.
It's just a really, really good play by the offensive coordinator for Lovington. He either assumed we were going to blitz, and we did, or we just did not pick up the back coming out of the backfield, and we hadn't been, and he saw that. So either way, just great play calling. Wait, do we have something? No, so touchdown is good, and there's going to be a flag, it looks like.
Yeah, and this must be on Goddard because unsportsmanlike on Goddard, so that will be assessed on the kickoff.
Which is not good because that's onside territory. Thankfully, not much time left here in this first half.
Yeah, they could have taken it here and tried to go for two.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure that's not the more prudent play here because then you get it to 14.
And like the onside does no good. And
probably not. You know, the odds are much better of getting 2 points from the one than recovering an onside kick.
And Arana doesn't need the extra yardage to kick it in the end zone either.
No, so that's I'm a little bit surprised. But, you know, keep an eye on Elijah Rivero, the holder, because they might fake it here and try to go in. Let's see. Here's the snap, the kick, and it appears to be good. It is. So 13-0. And the unsportsmanlike will be assessed on the kickoff. We'll take a quick break as the Rockets trail 13-0. We're right before the half here from Lovington, KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Roll.
Thanksgiving season is the perfect time for a Right Fit membership from Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating. When you sign up this month, you'll be entered to win one of 5 free turkeys. Just $15 a month or $199 a year gets you biannual HVAC maintenance, reduced dispatch fee, and a discount on service. Sign up by November 21st. Drawing is Monday the 24th. Non-members take advantage of a $64 fall heating tune-up and 20% off drain and duct cleaning. Call 575-224-2411 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
All right, we are back. 13-0 Lovington is your score here from Ryan Urlacher Field in Lovington, New Mexico. Been a good competitive game and really pretty even up until that last few plays that started with the tough snap that killed the drive for Goddard, and now we had the unsportsmanlike. We're not sure what that was, but Lovington's going to kick off from the Goddard 45. So a couple of options here. You can try the onside kick, and really, why not?
Yeah, not much time left in this first half, and Goddard would have a long way to go anyway with the penalty pushing the ball so far up. So.
Yeah, if the onside kick fails, it's not like they've got great field position. So I think it's a no-brainer to onside, but you could also just boot it through the uprights and have them start at their 20 with minimal time left. So we'll see what they opt to do. It looks like Coach took a look at how Goddard was lined up and then told his kicker what to do. They're pretty standard formation here. Let's see what we have. And he's going to boot it. Oh, he's going to try and pop it up, which is another option.
Now they're going to go with the reverse.
Oh,
has
and
a little
it's
room.
Gonna work. And nicely done there. They're going to get it out. Well, I didn't really think a pop-up kick was something to do there, but I guess that's why I just talk about it and I don't coach.
And Jordan Chavez able to get a good return for the Rockets.
Yeah, I thought for a second he might have a chance to get a big return there, but still solid. So Goddard will start from their own 30-yard line. They'll have limited time here to try to get on the board here in the first half. Again, Lovington will receive the second half kickoff. They're going to go empty with 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. And now they're going to just do the little shovel pass.
It looks like to Mesquita.
Yeah. And no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage, as that didn't really fool Lovington. The line up in a similar formation, 3 right, 2 left this time. This time they will throw. Screen's open if he wants it. He's going to take off instead. Oh, is that?
That has to be a flag, right? Oh,
No,
I guess
it's kind of late. Kind of slid late.
But yeah, it's kind of hard as a defender to pull up in that situation.
But he did take a shot. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 8. They'll stick with this formation. And it looks like they've got Montoya in the game there in the slot. Oh, and they fumble the snap. Gets it back. Pump fake. Gets out of trouble, and Vasquez able to complete it.
Gets it to Valdez. That was a crazy play. We also have a flag.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pass interference.
This was madness.
I don't know how he escaped that.
After the snap hit the ground, too.
Right. The snap was bobbled. Looked like he almost dribbled it. Picked it up. Pump faked. Looked to be sacked. Got away. Finally makes the completion.
And like you said, it was on Lovington, a defensive holding or pass interference. And
if it's pass interference, they'll take it. If it's defensive holding, they'll take the play. It is defensive holding. Oh, they're gonna get to take the penalty. So spot foul. So that's going to be first down at midfield for Goddard. So great opportunity here. What a play though by Nate Vasquez.
After taking a shot the previous play, too.
Yes, kind of forget about that. He took a hard shot on the previous play and then had to pull out the dance moves to stay on his feet after that. Dribbled the football once, avoids a sack, makes a completion, and now we're going to...
And Lovington coach wants an explanation on the defensive holding call.
And honestly, I
or why it was enforced after the play.
Yeah, that's why I said they would decline it. I thought defensive holding is 5 yards, but it's 10. So I'm not sure why they get the play and the penalty. But they've explained it to him, and looks like they're going to keep the ball where it is. And here we go. So opportunity for Coach Bolaños to really think over how he can try to get the ball in the end zone from midfield here. Vasquez in an empty set. He's going to look down the field, and now he's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked for about a 2-yard loss. Just nowhere to go with the football as the pressure came from the Lovington front four, and timeout called. We'll take a timeout too. Rockets trying to get on the board here just before the half. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The holiday season is the perfect time to cozy up with Plateau. Because right now, receive a $100 credit when you sign up for True Fiber Internet with Plateau. When you cozy up to True Fiber Internet from Plateau, you'll get reliable, blazing fast speed to stream more, game more, and surf more than ever before. And with a $100 credit when you sign up today, you'll save more too. Call 1-877-PLATEAU or log on to plateautel.com today and cozy up to True Fiber Internet from Plateau. Make your mark in media sales. Pecos Valley Broadcasting and KSVP TV are now hiring account executives in the Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia areas. Send your resume or details to hireme at pvbcradio.com today.
All right, we are back after the timeout. And the Lovington defense is in full-on
prevent mode.
Prevent, yeah. They've got everybody in the secondary. So here we go. Get out of bounds if you can. Completion for about 8 yards.
That was O'Meara with the catch, but I don't know if he got out of bounds and Goddard going to have to use a timeout.
Yep, we got another timeout. So we can stay here, though, and give you some updates from around the state. Gadsden up on Los Alamos 31-13 in the fourth quarter, so it's looking like Gadsden will earn a home game in the semifinals against Roswell. Texaco up big over Navajo Prep, 28-0 in the second quarter. Number 3, St. Mike's up 14-7 against Robertson in a bit of a rivalry game there. That's also in the second quarter. Hoso Academy over Raton, 21-7 in the second quarter. It's Eunice up on Santa Rosa, 21-6. Also before halftime, Bloomfield up on Bernalillo, 21-0. It's Legacy Academy over Lovington in the second quarter, 20-6. Dexter up big on Ruidoso before halftime as well, 28-0. Looks like Dexter's going to cruise to the next round, and here we go. And it's Hail Mary time for Goddard. Vasquez drops back. He's got pressure, throws it over the middle, and is going to pick up yardage down to the 26.
And that'll be half right there.
That will end the half. So Goddard unable to get on the board. They trail 13-0 here as we head to halftime from Brian Urlacher Field in Lovington. We're going to take a break, have some halftime entertainment for you, and then we'll be back for second half action right after this. Kelly McDonald, Chris Roybal, live from Lovington. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Rio Pecos Medical Associates proudly welcomes Dr. David Fucinari, OBGYN. With advanced training in minimally invasive techniques, Dr. Fucinari is the first in our community to offer robotic surgery for women experiencing heavy or painful periods, pelvic pain, uterine fibroids, and more. Dr. Trevor Miller, Family Practice and Obstetrics, provides prenatal and OB care along with comprehensive primary care for the whole family, including wellness exams, acute visits, chronic disease management, skin procedures, and joint injections. Rio Pecos has expanded care once again by adding pediatrics. We welcome Kim Hansen and Rihanna Shaw, both experienced pediatric nurse practitioners who share our commitment to compassionate, patient-centered care and who have earned the trust of our community over the years. Book your appointment for OBGYN, family practice, or pediatric care online at riopecosmed.com or call 575-622-6322. Rio Pecos Medical Associates, advancing health and wellness for every generation.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details, 2nd and Sycamore, and 1309 Southeast Main.
Check out some of the pre-Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select boxes of Duncan Hines cake mixes are 4 for $5, and select cans of Duncan Hines frosting are $1.98 each. In produce, snack-sized navel oranges are 4 for $1, and Jumbo Hass avocados are 99 cents each. In the meat department, honeysuckle white young turkeys are 99 cents a pound. Limit 1 per customer. Thereafter, $1.29 a pound. These are just some of the pre-Thanksgiving savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
And welcome back to halftime here for high school playoff football as busy weekend. Coyotes, Goddard, both in action, respectively 2 and 5 seeds. They're busy this week on hoping to advance to the playoffs. We're, of course, right in the middle of that action. But it is halftime, and as as we do each and every halftime here, we talk with the athletic director's office for the Roswell Independent School District. Mika Trujillo, assistant AD, joining us back this morning or this afternoon or evening here, good depending on what game you're listening to this week. How you doing here, Mika?
Doing well, Mike. Doing well. Thanks. Beautiful day. Beautiful time for football.
Well, we appreciate your time because I know it's been a very busy week for your AD's office. There's a lot of logistics going on with, because not only are we dealing with state football playoffs right now, but volleyball playoffs and of course also gearing up with the transition to winter sports with the basketball firing up and fall sports wrapping up. So a lot of RASD players traveling all over the state this week, and that's when y'all's job gets pretty busy as far as making sure everyone gets to where they're getting to at the times they need to get to and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's been a busy time. The office works hard. The ladies in the office with the scheduling and of course all the accommodations. But yeah, getting schedules and buses and accommodations, meals, getting everybody spread out, getting them all taken care of. But yeah, it's been busy. Winter's wrapping up, and you figure with cross country and soccer and those sports being done now with volleyball and football, it's going to wrap it up.
I know that time doesn't get any quieter, but I'm guessing after this weekend you'll be like, at least we got volleyball done. Now we can finish up with football and move on to winter.
One step at a time, baby steps.
That's right.
Because as each one closes out with football going all the way into the Thanksgiving weekend,
Sure.
And then basketball starts next week with practices. Middle school's already been going. 8th grade has a tournament already.
Mm-hmm.
7th grade will be done next week. I mean, it's a perpetuating wheel that
Absolutely
constantly rolls. So yeah,
it's constantly well, and this is we always you and I and Britt, and we always talk about getting those passes for if you want to come see these kids in action. Another great now we're in a transition of seasons. Pick up, maybe your kids are winter sports kids. Well,
that's right.
That way, if you got kids in middle school, high school, multiple schools, you can get those passes and just have a ticket to every one of their matchups, and you don't have to worry about forking over the cat. Hey, just wave the pass and you're in and out and enjoying a ball game. So
yeah, that's right. If you haven't already got one, there's still plenty of time.
Now.
Absolutely.
We are getting into a time here in football playoffs where we're in the quarterfinals now. Where it's things are going to kind of shift now as we're getting less and less teams, and we're going to be down to 4 and then 2 and then 1 team eventually here. But I kind of want to explain or have you explain to folks how the process goes on out here as far as who players win and whom, and I know folks that are around football, they kind of understand how this pecking order works a little bit, but for folks that are kind of new to New Mexico high school football and how things happen, it's not necessarily in the playoffs. At the beginning of the playoffs, it's always higher seed hosts whoever, but once you start getting in past the quarterfinals into the semis into the finals, then the pecking order changes a little bit, whereas you get into an O system where, when these two teams last met, who played where, and since we played in their house, they got to come to our house. But if there's no history, then it's higher seed. There's a lot of rules on this. Would you mind kind of breaking that down a little bit? We can turn it into what if scenarios for Goddard and Roswell if that makes it easier, but just kind of explain, after this weekend, how is it determined who plays when and where, and also, for instance, who's playing on a Friday versus a Saturday, and how that stuff's determined for folks? Just to kind of give a little peel back of the curtain.
So usually the way that operates on whether it's a Friday or a Saturday will be a coach's decision, and then it depends on mileage, who's in the 250-mile radius.
Sure.
Depending on travel, things of that nature. And then again, it falls back to coach's choice. But when you start looking into this week with the quarterfinals, the top 4 seeds, the high seeds are going to end up getting to host. And that's the perk of being one of those top seeds.
Gotcha.
The first round, they get to advance, but everything after this weekend, then it starts turning into the kind of who owes who.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, you look at Los Alamos and Gadsden, because there's a history between Roswell and Gadsden. Gadsden was here last year. Roswell High would have to repay the favor.
Gotcha.
No history with Los Alamos, so there would be a possible flip to find
Sure.
out, is it home, is it away? With Goddard and Lovington, Goddard went to Lovington first round last year, but then with Lovington being the high seed, they have to go back. So that's just kind of the way that operates.
Sure. Now, if this is a round later, then they probably playing that game in Goddard here, because technically Lovington would owe Goddard, but because this
Yes.
isn't around earlier and it's still higher seed. But
Yes.
if this was a semifinal matchup, we'd be playing it in Goddard. I know if that's probably confusing people more, but that's just how it works.
It's just the way it starts operating with the who's who and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the high seeds.
And I know some people, if you don't know, if you're outside looking in, and because sometimes you'll see a deal, and I don't remember like for Artesia and Roswell, but I think doesn't Artesia own Roswell? So if there was an Artesia Roswell finals, that game would be here, right?
So if it was an Artesia Roswell, it would be back in Artesia.
Okay, so we
because
owe them.
Artesia
Okay.
was here last year.
Okay.
And had it been the other way around and it would have been a Goddard Artesia, then Artesia would have owed Goddard.
But say the roles were reversed, and you look at it, and Artesia the 1 seed, and Roswell's the 2 seed, and they say, wait a minute, why is this game in Roswell, even though they're the 2 seed? It's because of the who, even though technically Artesia's the higher seed. But if that's the way, I mean, it's not the case here. But that's why sometimes when you get down to this level, you'll see the higher seed on the road. Has nothing to do with it being the higher seed. It's just the fact that the last time those two teams met, they played in the other places, so they owe. So that's the one time that people get a little like, wait a minute, they're the 1 seed. Why are they going to the 5 seed? Or something like that. This is for that reason why they do that. And like you said, the Friday Saturday determination. When the games are close, when teams don't have to travel far, I think it's 100 or 200 miles. I don't remember the number.
250.
250.
That's what's going to determine a Friday, Saturday.
And so if it's under that, then coaches have a little playroom. It's like, well, and that's when you get on, and generally the home coach sometimes has the bigger say, but that's not always the case too, right?
Usually it's going to be more of a mutual agreement on
Gotcha.
that. But the home team, they will have the swing on that.
Gotcha.
But most of the guys, they work together well. They try to accommodate each other. Now, of course, there's going to be certain situations traditionally where games are played. I mean, I know a lot of games will get played on Friday night leading up to state titles, and then state titles usually are going to be on that Saturday. It's very rare, but I remember Goddard back in 12 playing Los Lunas on a Friday night. That's just kind of the agreements that they had made. So, it really depends. Now if it was a situation where it was like Roswell and Goddard hosting at the same time, then the higher seed would have the preference, things of that nature.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's how that
Does that
operates.
ever get into a variable where, technically Roswell and Goddard are both home but not playing each other? And then because in theory they both play in the same stadium, by default, one's going to have to play Friday, one's going to have to play Saturday. Does that ever come into play sometimes? Well, normally play Friday, but because Goddard because their opponent's not far, ours is a little farther, we have to flip. I mean, does that ever come into play?
I'm trying to think back as far as how that's operated in the past. I know we've had to do some Thursday, Fridays. Saturdays are usually not as popular. Neither are Thursdays.
Sure.
When it comes down to that, but usually if it comes to a situation where we have that,
Yeah.
we work through that, and if we have to rotate them.
Well, I imagine Albuquerque, that's why they play Thursday games, because they literally have what several stadiums to accommodate every high school in the Albuquerque district.
Well, they used to only have Milne and Wilson, which were on the, I believe it's Milne's the one that's over by UNM, and Wilson's over there behind Monzano. That was a home and an away in Albuquerque, and then they built a community stadium. So really, they only have those 3 stadiums to work with. Rio Rancho has their own, Cleveland has their own. But I mean,
so it
those
gets
guys
tricky
don't
for
care.
them probably a little
That's
bit.
why
to
they have to
finagle
play
all
those
that,
Thursdays,
yeah.
Fridays, and Saturdays.
But it's a little simple. But I was just wondering. I was like, I'm sure over the history there's been a time where it's like, well, shoot, both teams are home, both play this weekend. We got to sort that out. So.
Yes,
but that's basically just to give an idea. So if people were wondering, and when they see some of these, and you may even see it in some of the other brackets already, where the higher seeds are going to lower seeds and things like. But that's the reason why. It's because that's the system that State of Mexico uses for determining who plays where and what. So, but that being said, hopefully we got a few more games to broadcast after this weekend. Obviously, if Goddard and Roswell complete the weekends here, it looks like Goddard's going to have a face-off against Artesia, and that game would be in Artesia, right, based on history.
Yes.
And then Roswell, like you said, they face either Los Alamos or Gadsden, depending on how that one shapes up too. So,
yes, sir.
and we were talking, and basically how that one is, if Gadsden ends up winning, Roswell's going to have to travel because we owe them.
Yes.
Los Alamos, there's no history, which means we're the higher seed, which means they would have to come here.
Well, and sometimes that depends. Then the flip would come into play. There's so many different variables.
In theory, yes, but you forgot on Sundays on a full moon at the.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
On the solstice, that doesn't count. Yeah, it gets like that sometimes. But But either way, wherever they play and whenever they play, we'll make sure we get those games for you here. And, we were blessed to do video rights for Roswell this week and not so much for Goddard. Lovington folks got that. But and I got to be honest, as we get closer to semifinals, our chances do get less and less on getting those abilities. But we'll have them here for the radio, and hopefully we're talking about at least one of our schools competing for a blue trophy here. Unfortunately, the way the brackets line up, they're not going to. Well, I guess theory they could, but
yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, Goddard's got. They're gonna be battle tested. They're facing the toughest in the state to get to the championship game.
That's right.
They're going through the hard way of the bracket. So, if they come through this, they're hosting that blue trophy because they're gonna be earning it. Yep, they're gonna be earning it.
That's right.
They will truly earn it. Now that being said, all teams earn it, but. They are definitely not taking. They're taking the road less traveled to get there this year.
That's right, and it'd be exciting to see an all Roswell final.
Absolutely,
that
would be a really cool achievement.
They both have their work cut out for them, so they just need to execute and see where it ends up.
And to be honest, if it don't happen this year, both teams are excellent programs, and I feel like we're going to see it in the next couple of years. We're just Roswell's as long. Obviously with Coach Bolaños and what he's doing with the program, it's his, I guess that'd be his third year in the system next year into it. Yes. And so, after that they start gelling and getting better. And obviously Coach Lynn, they're going and, they've got their system going and they've been doing so they maintain, and Goddard keeps growing under this new system. It's very, very possible that, for multiple years we could be seeing Goddard and Roswell squaring off for a blue trophy here in Roswell. So
yes, sir.
It'd be exciting stuff.
Super exciting, and we're looking forward to it.
Good deal. Meek, is there anything we wanted to cover that we happened to we got wrapped up with football that you wanted to mention during this interview?
No, I think that's really it. High school basketball starts with practices on the 17th. Again, middle school, 8th grade, they have tournaments over at Mesa and Brendo this weekend. 8th grade, so it's kicking off. 7th grade finishes with basketball next week with their city tournament, and then we'll just be on to the next.
Get out there and support the kids, whether
right.
they're competing for championships or just getting underway for their new season here. Get out there and support them.
Get ready for the winter time because it's coming. Matter of fact, I believe a little bit tomorrow morning, I believe 10 to 12 on Saturday, there may be, we're still waiting on confirmation, but a wrestling scrimmage that Goddard hosts between 10 and 12. So there is that. Wrestling's rolling in there with basketball. So
absolutely. That's going to be exciting. We'll have some of those to bring to you over in the winter season here, too. So, Meek, as always, appreciate the visit. And like I said, hopefully we got at least a couple more conversations before we wrap up this season.
I hope so.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Veterans Day sale now at National Furniture Liquidator. Great savings plus great financing options regardless of your credit. An Ashley brand sofa, just $398. Contemporary bedroom set, 2 colors, just $788. Reclining sectional, $1288. An Ashley table with 6 chairs, $498. And huge savings on all mattress sets. Plus, veterans and active duty soldiers get free delivery. Veterans Day sale now at National Furniture Liquidator. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Shorty.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $4,500.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
And welcome back to halftime here for high school playoff football as busy weekend.
Coyotes got the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $4,500.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the saving. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Get 3.99% for 60 months on all 2026 Honda CR-V, CR-V Hybrid, or HR-V. 2.99% for 60 months on 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid, or at least the all-new 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid, just $269 a month for 36 months. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. All into savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly, hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Are you ready to succeed? ENMUR's dedicated facilities and faculties provide an exceptional learning experience, from academic programs to behavioral sciences, business, health education, or technical education. ENMU Roswell offers a wide variety of certifications and degree programs designed to take your education and experience to the next level. Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, worth the journey. Roswell's hometown university.
Success starts here. ENMU Roswell.
Folks, listen up. Right here at Roswell Hyundai, I'm making it easy. You bring me $500 down and I can get you riding today. No long waits, no runaround, just a guaranteed approval. I'll get you in a car you love at a payment you can handle. It's that simple. $500 down, you're approved. That's my promise and I stand by it. I'm Lil Will Wonka, the master of credit. If you make $15 an hour, I guarantee you're approved. Come see me.
Visit Roswell Hyundai today. 1909 West 2nd in Roswell.
All right, welcome back to Goddard Rocket football here from Lovington. We're about set for the second half kickoff, and the players have gone out on the wrong side of the field, so they're getting that figured out and switched around. I should say it was just Lovington who was on the wrong side of the field. And we are set to go. The Rockets will be kicking off. They trail 13-0 in what was a very competitive first half. Really just, the big play on the first drive of the game, and then the errant snap that really cost them their second score. But Goddard's still in this for sure. They're going to need to stop Lovington on this initial drive, however.
Yeah, against these really good teams, you can't afford those kind of mistakes, so hopefully Goddard can limit those in this second half.
And here's the kick. Relatively deep down to the 15. They're going to run the starburst. And let's see, they are running up the sideline, and he's got some space, still on his feet, past midfield, and down to about the 43-yard line. So a good job running it back. I'll tell you what, the Lovington special teams, they're always good.
Always good and always have something dialed up. Earlier we saw a reverse on a punt. Right there we see the starburst, and no one knew who had the ball right there. I was trying to decipher, and 2 or 3 guys were running like they had the ball. And all of a sudden I see a guy trying to get by a tackle, and eventually did. And, Coach, they picked up big yards right there.
Yeah, it can be very effective when it's run right. So here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 45 for Lovington. They're going to look to pass to start things off, and good play made by Goddard, as I think that was nearly intercepted. Hard to tell the way they dove after the football, but Jaden Gutierrez maybe a little off on that pass. We do have an update from the Bulldog Bowl. 7-0 Artesia with 5:09 left in the first. And St. Pius has won the first set over Artesia Volleyball, 25-16. And then update from Los Alamos as we check on the other quarterfinal games, I should say. Almost said semifinal. Let me update it just to make sure. But it was Gadsden, and now it's not coming up. Let's see. Gadsden 31-13. That's a final. So Gadsden has defeated Los Alamos. Los Alamos goes undefeated into the game. Home game in the quarterfinals and get routed basically by Gadsden 31-13. So Roswell will travel to Gadsden next week for that semifinal. The winner of this game will host Artesia, most likely, unless Highland can pull a huge upset. But that is the anticipated matchup. The winner of this game will get to host Artesia in the next round. It will be either Lovington or Goddard, as Lovington faces a 3rd and 11 here. Goddard with a chance to stop him on this initial drive, and it's going to be a run, and Goddard's going to get maybe the sack. It looks like he maybe got 1 yard. No, that's going to be a sack.
It looks like Jeremiah Sorg from the defensive end position making the sack right there. Big time play for the Rockets.
Absolutely. So they're going to bring Caleb Aranda out to punt. And, of course, he's got the big leg. He will be kicking from near his own 40-yard line. So great start to the second half for the Goddard Rockets as they get the stop and potentially get the ball back here. Low snap. Here's the punt. A low kick and fair catch, but it will bounce and be down at the 23-yard line. So good start for Goddard as they get the stop in the middle of the field and they take over. So here's their chance to get back in this one. They need to drive down the field and score. But I'm still saying no need to hurry. I mean, there's a whole half of football to play here, and I think the lower the score, the better for Goddard. So I'm still looking for that methodical drive here if possible.
Yeah, we can't get into a shootout with this Lovington team. And, right there, Goddard bows up. Lovington had a great kickoff return and able to get the stop. So hopefully build on some momentum again. And like you said, Coach, methodical drives, take a lot of time off the clock, and end up punching one in the end zone would be ideal.
Yeah, they got the 3 and out there. I kind of forgot about the good kickoff return. So there's a run up the gut, pretty decent. It's going to get 4 yards, maybe 3.5. And I can't tell who got those yards, but
Ariano right there.
Okay, Ariano. As the bright New Mexico sun shines off those white jerseys with the light blue numbers, and it's tough for me. All right, here we go, 2nd and 6. Vasquez from the pistol. They're going to hand it off again. And a little running room this time, and it's going to be first down yardage for Ariano again, I believe.
Picks up about, 10, Coach?
Yeah, 8, 9, 10, something like that. So
a good cut at the line, Coach. Looked like where he initially wanted to go was cut off, and he cuts it back and then able to pick up the first down for the Rockets.
Yeah, good job up front by that offensive line as well, creating a little space, even if it's not necessarily where the play was supposed to go. So a first down for Goddard. They've got the ball, and they're going to keep it on the ground, and I like this strategy by Coach Bolaños. Going to pick up a few yards there on first down, maybe 3. Maybe just, I think they're going to give him 4 on the spot. Yeah, so good job there.
And the run game, starting to work a little bit. The Goddard offensive line starting to control the line of scrimmage a little bit on the offensive line. Initially, all of our runs were getting stopped at the line of scrimmage, and now we're getting 4 or 5 yards a pop.
You're going to say 2nd and 7. I think it's closer to 6. They're going to run it again to that right side, short side of the field, and pick up a couple more. You're going to bring up a 3rd down and manageable here, maybe 4 or 5. Another update from the Bulldog Bowl, 13-0 Artesia, 1:48 left in the first half. So Highland hanging around.
No, very surprising at that score for sure.
I am surprised as well.
I was assuming a 3-score lead within the first 8 minutes of that game.
Yeah, I thought it would go kind of like the game did at the Wool Bowl last night. So here we go, 3rd and 3. And Vasquez looking to throw. Completed, but will not get the first down yardage. So let's see if the Riverboat Gambler, Art Bolaños, will go for it on 4th down here. That's like they picked up maybe one on that screen. No, lost one. So 4th and 4 is what the scoreboard says, and that looks to be pretty accurate. So again, I think you got to go here. I don't think you can go down 3 scores in the middle of the third.
And then with you're playing against the clock now too, being down 2 scores.
Exactly right. So Vasquez,
we got
the
him.
hard count.
Oh no, he didn't go across. I thought he did for sure.
He jumped, but he stayed out of the neutral zone there.
That's some good discipline by that defensive tackle.
Boy, because he did.
He was close.
He was ready to go, and now timeout called by Goddard. We'll take a quick one too. Goddard still trails 13-0 here in the third. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
All right, we are back after the timeout. Goddard nearly gets him to jump on 4th and 4. Nate Vasquez with the hard count. Defensive tackle flinched, but they say he didn't go across. And now here we go. 4th and 4, and Vasquez is going to get plenty of room as he gets out of bounds at about the 46. And maybe the 45, so love the play call there. Just put it in the hands of your guy, and that is Nate Vasquez, the sophomore. And he finds a little room and gets the first down and more, as they will have a first down at the 45-yard line.
And then a quick update from Rio Rancho. Goddard volleyball lost the first set, 25-16 to Academy, so looking to make a comeback against them. We'll keep you updated with the scores as they come in. And also a quick shout-out to Zadie Rhodes, former Goddard Rocket athlete, attending the Texas Tech football game as a student, but also listening to the Rockets on the radio. Shout-out Zadie. And Ariana going to pick up about 3 yards right there, Coach.
Yep, they're getting back to that running game, and I think there's plenty of time for it, and I think that's the way to go here. It gives you your best chance to at first stay in the game and then give yourself a chance at the end. Keep your offense on the field, but they've got to get it in the end zone. I really think they've got to get points on this drive. So here we go, 2nd and 7. They're going to go one back, pistol right. Vasquez looking to throw. He's going to throw the screen. Actually would have been a lateral if it wasn't caught. And they're going to get maybe a loss of 1 or 2 on that one. So 13-0 Artesia over Highland is now a halftime score.
That is shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I tell you what, that's good for Highland to still be in the game at that point.
In Highland, trying to play the Goddard game, they're more of definitely more run heavy than Goddard, but they want to keep the ball on the ground as much as possible. And I know they run a couple of 2 tight formations. So, the plan is working so far. They don't have the lead, but they're keeping it as close as possible is what you want to do as the higher seed. Keep it close for as long as possible, get momentum at the end, and maybe sneak away with the win.
Yeah, Highland runs some crazy stuff on offense. They run some wild stuff. So maybe Artesia wasn't quite ready for it, but and again, Artesia still winning the game, and they're same scores we have here. All right, so 2nd and 12 here. It looks like there might have been a penalty on Goddard that was declined there. I kind of missed what the white hat was doing, but 2nd and 12. Here's Vasquez and a jailbreak blitz, and it's...
Oh, do we have a pass interference?
Well, there's a flag and an interception, I believe.
And, Coach, I didn't see interference on either side.
No.
They both went to make a play, and Lovington came away with it, and I didn't see pass interference against either team.
Unless he got him before.
Yeah, maybe he grabbed around the waist before or something.
Yeah, maybe they're going to say holding. Oh, the penalty's on Goddard.
Oh, so maybe our receiver tried to dislodge the ball before. He knew he was going to get. He knew that the Lovington receiver or the DB was going to get the interception and try to prevent it.
Yeah, maybe just.
Oh, offsetting penalties. Because there's a penalty on Lovington also. So big break for the Rockets.
Well.
Oh no, they're going to call that just against Lovington. So we will take that all day.
Absolutely, that's.
They came with a huge blitz, double A-gap blitz, and they got to us. But defensive holding on the DB, and Goddard will take it all day and keep this drive going. We've had a bit of bad luck going, and turning around with that call right there.
Yeah, that's fortunate right there. But as you say, we'll take it. So the drive stays alive. 1st and 10 at the 34. Vasquez calls for it. Low snap, going to take it himself, and he's got a little seam and gets good yardage on 1st down. Looks like about 5.
Oh, and it looked like we brought in Montoya on that one.
Oh, okay.
Montoya comes in and runs looked like a power lead play. We had the backside guard pulling, and he was led by the running back and picks up about 5 right there. So Coach Bolaño's changing it up. I'd like to see that.
Well, Montoya has played quite a bit of quarterback this year, so, it's kind of been Nate Vasquez lately, but Isaiah did play a lot of quarterback early in the season. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. And is that Montoya's again?
Yeah, I wonder if Vasquez got rattled on that that blitz. Coach, he got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, he did take a shot. So that is perhaps something.
And it wasn't the first big shot he's taken today either, but it looks like he's coming back in. So Vasquez showing some toughness. Not the biggest dude. He got some height on him, but kind of a string bean. So
yeah,
those hits will affect him.
They will. The littler you are, the harder those hurt. So, but he is back in the game. 3rd and 5, looking to throw. He's going to take a shot and into coverage.
Tipped and picked, it looked like. Yeah. And like you said, even if it wasn't tipped, Coach, they had the receiver bracketed, and that was just going to be a bad decision either way. And looks like we have a Rocket down.
Looks like a lineman. All right, there's a timeout for that injury, so we'll take a break too. This is Rocket Football on KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the savings. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. And register to win a $300 Thanksgiving gift card. 1 entry for stopping by, 2 with social media share, 3 with qualified test driver service, and 5 with purchase. Drawing Wednesday the 26th at noon live on Facebook. Gobble up the savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd. Dion's is homegrown right here in New Mexico and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by their location on South Main and West Wildy in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town at a price that won't break the bank. Dion's makes it easy to bring together your favorite people with your favorite food for any occasion. Visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or pickup. That's Dion's.com.
All right, welcome back. So we did get the interception. So Lovington takes over deep in their own territory. It looks like they're going to start from their 14-yard line. And here's Gutierrez going to hand the ball off, and good job by the Rocket front as they limit that to a 2 or 3 yard. But we got some extracurricular going on here as the flags.
And that looked like that was bad. It looked like we took a shot at him late. And that's what, this game's still tight. We still, oh no. And looks like we did some talking after.
Oh, and now another flag. So this could be a
30-yard penalty here. And it unnecessary. We are only down by 2 scores. Defense has been playing great. Offense has been moving the ball. We can't lose our cool right now with the game still in reach.
Yeah, that's that 30 yards and penalties would be tough to take right here because
especially we have them pinned back pretty deep in their end.
Yeah, and 2nd and 8. I mean, I already had a successful defensive play. So here's the first one. Unsportsmanlike on Goddard. Here's the second one. Unsportsmanlike on Goddard. And I think because one was during the play or shortly after the play and then one was so much later that they're going to enforce both.
Yeah, I think so, Coach. And
they're explaining it to Coach Bolaños right now, but
now we need to really be disciplined because if you get 2 of those, you're kicked out of the game, and you cannot have any key players not be able to finish.
No, you need all hands on deck right now, and we'll see. That really no way for us to tell who those penalties are on. But they're getting it sorted out now. So now are
they doing it again?
Yeah, why are they doing it again? But all penalties, whichever they are against Goddard, so we'll see how many there are.
They're going to get the ball about midfield, Coach.
Well, there's the first 15, and now here's the second 15. So, yeah, they are going to be near midfield.
Like you said, we had just made a good defensive play, and it was going to be 2nd and 8, and now Lovington's going to have a first down and great field position. So,
you started off the half with a 3 and out.
Yeah.
And, your defense is playing good, and, boy, that's a shooting yourself in the foot big time right there.
Just kind of how this game has gone, just like a roller coaster, just up and down, up and down. You think momentum's going your way, and it turns, and vice versa.
Right. It has kind of swung both ways, but they need another one of those 3 and outs now. This is, an easier place in the field than they got it last time, so they can do it. And there's a run up the middle, a little more successful as the official nearly got taken out low on that one. But it's going to be near first down yardage. Let's see where the spot is. They're going to say 10 yards and a first down for Lovington.
And then they'll take out the plays out of the Goddard playbook, and they just want to use the clock and get first downs, especially with how effective their run game has been this year. They got to be averaging 6-7 yards a carry.
Well, yeah, the Gutierrez himself, as I said earlier, averages 9, and then they've got a couple other guys who, Rivero on limited carries averages 8, and this is a keeper for Gutierrez. He won't get his average 9 on that play, though. Good job by the Goddard. Diaz has a lot of yards, but not a lot of yards per carry, so not sure they're really built to just grind, but they're certainly willing to do it when you got a quarterback who can run the ball like Gutierrez.
And he's the type of kid, Coach, I would tell him, hey, drop back. We're going to run all seams. After 3 seconds, just go.
Yeah, and that's an option as well. Again, not a big guy. He kind of fits in that same category of, those little guys that are hard to get down. Elusive, speedy.
And Lovington taking their time as they should, using every second of that play clock. Got to adjust to the shift.
There's the toss. And a little room out there and staying inbounds, not looking for the sideline. So already, he's still on his feet. My goodness. I thought that was going to get blown dead for progress, but it did not. And that's going to be a first down carry. And was that number 13? I couldn't tell.
It looked like it.
Okay, that would have been Shooter Burns. listed as a wideout on the pitch. Update from the Bulldog Bowl, 21-0 Artesia, 8:25 left. Well, he said in the third quarter, I think, because we did have the halftime score before. All right, back to live action here, 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. There's the keeper, Gutierrez. He's got a little room on the left side. He's going to pick up about 5 to about the 22, 23-yard line as the clock will continue to move. And, opportunities have been there for Goddard today for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. And kind of shot ourselves in the foot with, penalties derailed one drive, the bad snap derailed another, and the interception too, the turnover right there. So, 3 promising drives derailed by self-inflicted wounds. Definitely going to haunt Goddard if we're not able to come back and win this game.
All right, 2nd and 5. Gutierrez will keep it, looking to throw in the end zone, and overthrown. So that'll go incomplete.
And Goddard,
Gutierrez
with another penalty. It looked like
late hit,
a little extracurricular activities at the end unnecessarily by us, and unfortunate, we stop them right there and going to bring up a big 4th down or 3rd down for the Wildcats, and it's another self-inflicted wound. We were doing some foreshadowing.
Yeah, that's and that flag came. Are there 2 flags?
It dropped. It looked like he was going to call it, and he went to grab it, and it dropped. And then he threw it again. But, you're right, Coach. There is another flag on the other side of the field.
So this may take a while to sort out. And so illegal man downfield. And then personal foul on Goddard. So
offsetting. Well, they pushed the sticks are going back, so I'm confused.
So are they gonna assess both penalties? Are they gonna say that
first that one and then ours?
Or was ours so much after the play that they're gonna do them both?
I think so.
So it's gonna be a net 10-yard penalty for Lovington and a 1st down.
That's exactly what happened.
So they enforced the illegal downfield, which is 5 yards, against Lovington, and then they did the 15-yard penalty.
And it was a very late, unnecessary hit by us, and you just can't do that in this situation.
No, you kind of hate to see it.
As a coach, that's the ones you're gonna rip into your kids for because, they're upset, they're mad the game's going the way it is, but you're just being selfish right there, not having discipline and making it worse for the team. So, got to stop that and try to make a play right here.
Yeah, it's almost in needing a turnover now.
Yeah, this third quarter is winding down quickly, and definitely going to need a turnover because we're not going to be able to make up a 3-score game in 1 quarter alone.
No, that's probably too much to ask. So Coach Bolaños is getting penalty explained. And are we finally ready? And now they're going to say wind the play clock. And here we go. So game clock should not be running. Play clock is running.
I got to say that this crew's done a good job of trying to limit the extracurriculars and making sure they're staying on top of it. Gutierrez with the keeper here, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards right there.
Yeah, and they'll take that because that will keep the clock moving. It will inch them closer to either a 1st down or a touchdown. Get them, looks like they're going to spot it at about the 10. And once again, just no urgency at all by Lovington, and that's what they should be doing. They'll huddle every play. They'll take the play clock down every play.
And this is going to change Goddard's offensive system. It's going to make it hard if we're going to have to turn into, we're going to have to get the ball down the field quick, try to pass the ball a lot. And
all right, here's the throw and overthrown And that probably wasn't going
And
much
then
of anywhere anyway.
We have yet another flag by the Rockets. The same thing and same situation. We get a good stop on second down, and for some reason we hit the quarterback late and unnecessarily and get a penalty for it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I looked back and saw the flag and was kind of hoping for holding, but yet another personal foul. Roughing the passer this time. So that'll be an automatic first down, half the distance, so it should be first and goal at the 5. And that looks to be where they're going to put it down.
So on this drive alone, Lovington has gotten about, I think, 50 to 55 yards of penalties.
I think it's 55. No, it's 60 because they got the net 10.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 60 yards in penalties on this drive. And, they started at their own 15. So almost the whole drive has been penalties.
Just Goddard giving it to him, unfortunately. A couple boneheaded mistakes.
All right, here we go. First and goal at the 5, and it will be inside handoff, and he will be in for the touchdown. I'm not sure who it is.
It looked like a lineman.
Yeah, that's a big guy. But it will be a touchdown, Lovington. So they will take a 19-0 lead. And we'll see what they're going to do with the extra point attempt. Going to line up not behind the center. And they snap it out of this. I've seen it. They do. And he's going to take it himself and get in. So two-point conversion successful for Lovington. I don't see a flag. So 21-0 is your score. We'll take a break. We're in the third quarter. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
All right, we are back. 21-0 your score. Lovington on top of Goddard here from Brian Urlacher Field, Lovington, New Mexico, as Goddard gives up 60 yards in penalties. And I think they were all the unsportsmanlike variety as well. So just can't do that against most anybody, especially good teams on the road, and you're just not going to get away with it.
You're already down, so just not ideal. And then Lovington lines up number 60, Jaden Garcia, a lineman in the backfield, and he plays the fullback role and bullies his way into the end zone. So adds insult to injury when you see a lineman score. It just kind of hurt your heart as a defensive player.
It does. It does. All right, so here we go. Here's the kickoff with the big leg of Caleb Aranda, and he will show it off once again. Let's see if this one makes it to the white. It does. So another touchback for Aranda, and that's at least 3, if not 4, for him as they take the safe route and opt for the touchback. So Goddard offense back on the field, but now, as you were talking about earlier, they're going to have to change things up offensively.
Yeah, and then the hard part about that is Lovington knows it's coming, and they'll probably have coverages ready for Castillo and make somebody else beat you. So someone besides Castillo is going to have to step up for the Rockets here. Yeah,
I mean, might have to look for – they're going to go empty right off the bat, which almost have to do. Going to bring a man in motion, flip the ball to him. They've tried this a couple times, and Unfortunately, same result. It's going to be a minimal gain of maybe a yard.
And I think that might have been Mesquita, and the same thing as earlier. Just not much room over there. Lovington has lots of speed. They're a hard team to get around the edge on, and right there able to stop the Rockets. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. The Rockets down 21-0, looking to make a comeback here in this fourth quarter. Brought to you by KSVPTV.com.
Thanksgiving season is the perfect time for a Right Fit membership from Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating. When you sign up this month, you'll be entered to win one of 5 free turkeys. Just $15 a month or $199 a year gets you biannual HVAC maintenance, reduced dispatch fee, and a discount on service. Sign up by November 21st. Drawing is Monday the 24th. Non-members take advantage of a $64 fall heating tune-up and 20% off drain and duct cleaning. Call 575-224-2411 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
All right, welcome back as we head to the fourth quarter here in Lovington. 21-0 Wildcats. Goddard with the football facing a 2nd and 9, and looks like it's going to be up to Nate Vasquez with the arm to try to get Goddard back in this one. They've lined up in the spread formation on that first play. I look to see a lot of that formation here, at least until they can get a little closer score-wise. But at some point they're going to have to take some shots down the field.
Yeah, and manufacture some explosive plays, because now methodically working it down the field is not going to work because you're also fighting the clock. So Rockets going to need to find some big plays really fast.
Yeah, I would think that you're almost in onside kick territory, even though you've got the whole fourth quarter here, until you can get it to a one-score game, just because Lovington has that capability of just holding on to the football offensively with that running quarterback. All right, here we go. I'm not sure what we're waiting on here.
And then we've used at least one timeout, right?
Yes.
So, yeah,
I think we're down to 2. So we have unsportsmanlike on Lovington here.
Hey, we'll take it. Let's go.
Yeah. New set of downs and 15 yards. So Goddard will have 1st and 10 at the 36. I'll tell you what, the game last night, I think we had 2 penalties in the game. I've never seen anything like it. 2 penalties. And going into the fourth, they only had 1.
That is impressive.
Yeah, it was something to see. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Ball at the 36. Vasquez with a back this time, and they're going to run. And they're going to pick up 4 or 5, I guess 4.
It looked like that was Gibbs that time, but yeah, a little surprised to see the run, but
I'm not sure we have time for that.
And then, too, we're not going very fast. We got to.
Yeah, there needs to be a sense of urgency.
Okay, there we go. Got a little quicker, but yeah, we need to from the jump. We need to have a sense of urgency and be ready to go.
Even no huddle, I would think.
That's what I would think.
Appropriate right now. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. Vasquez looks, going to take a shot down the field and tipped by a Wildcat, and then through the arms of Castillo, I believe, as that ball was diverted. I think if it doesn't get tipped, it's going to be right on the money and a big gain. But once again, good defense as Lovington gets a hand on it. Stops the clock, at least for the moment. It'll start here in a second. 2nd and 7. Need to get to the line, boys.
And then quick update. Goddard volleyball also lost the second set against Academy, 25-22. So going to have to manufacture some magic really quickly over there in Rio Rancho.
All right, here's the 3rd and 7 play. Vasquez looking, and now he might have to take off. He will. He'll get some of it, but not all of it. We're going to have a 4th down coming up. 4th and maybe 4 or 5. It's going to look like 5.
And no questions. We have to go for this one.
Oh, yeah, no question. Everything's 4 down. I don't know, maybe you punt a 4th and 30 or something, but, yeah, running out of time. All right, they're still huddling up, too. So here we go. Fourth and about 5. Despite what you see on your screen there, it's 4th and 5. And Vasquez with the quick slant. Little bubble screen. Look out, he's loose. And a big gain, exactly what the Rockets needed on that one. Not sure who it is, though.
I think that was Brian O'Meara.
Okay, the freshman?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so O'Meara. And, yeah, we were talking last night. I can't imagine being a freshman.
Oh, my God.
Being in these games. But good job by O'Meara.
Yeah, we were saying that a couple weeks ago about him in regards to the Roswell High game as a freshman, and the stakes just keep getting bigger.
Yeah.
He's performing.
And there's a completion for no gain to maybe a yard loss.
It looked like Josiah Thompson right there, and not able to get much right there, and Rockets got to go.
Yep, you got to have that urgency. All right, so did they lose one? Lose 2 even, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a number for O'Meara? I'm not finding it.
I can't think of what it was.
All right. That's okay. Here we go. 2nd and 10, and Vasquez in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And it's going to go down as a sack, as he was unable to find a window to turn that one loose. Looks like he had Castillo over the middle, and at this point you might just have to try some 50-50 balls with Josiah.
Especially with that kid.
But Vasquez just couldn't find room amid the rush to get that one off. So 3rd and 12 now. Ball on the 37. Low snap, and he's lost it, picks it up. He's going to scramble out of trouble. Can he get rid of it? Yes. Going deep. And it's going to be a touchdown.
Wow.
So barring a flag, which I don't see at the moment.
Nope.
That is a touchdown for Goddard. And is that O'Meara? Well, it's so bright on those uniforms.
So bright.
I can't tell. I think it is.
I think so.
Because that's Castillo walking. So we're going to say it's an O'Meara touchdown. And they will be out to kick the extra point here. It's going to be a 2-score game either way, but try to add one here.
And Goddard with their 2 biggest passing plays of the game back-to-back when they needed it most. So good job by the Rockets.
Yeah, and especially Vasquez, because he was in all kinds of trouble on that play from the snap on.
His best plays today seem to be from the bad snaps besides the one that went over his head. So
right.
maybe start implementing that.
We need to put that in the playbook, the bad snap play. All right, kick is up, kick is good. We will take a break. The Rockets finally get on the board, 21-7. We'll be right back, KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional-grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $4,500.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Okay, welcome back. Goddard cuts into the lead, scoring on the touchdown throw from Vasquez to O'Meara. And now, Coach, do we onside kick here? You boot it away.
I think we have to onside it. There's, under 10 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Not much time left. And Lovington looks like that's what they're thinking Goddard's going to do.
Yeah, they're expecting it for sure. Just one guy back and everybody else up looking for the onside kick. And it looks like Goddard is going to put equal guys. I think you have to nowadays, right? You can't overload one side, so that's really not a consideration.
On the way we're lined up, we're definitely going for the onside.
Yeah. All right, here we go. And there it is.
Oh, it's short.
Yeah, you can't touch it before it goes 10. That's going to be a penalty, illegal touching. And Lovington's going to take over. Yeah, got to have the discipline there. You got to let it go. Maybe it was going to go out of bounds. That's why he touched it. I don't know. It's hard to tell all the way across the field. And those guys, they're taught to go get the ball, but it did not go 10 yards. So I'm not sure if that's enforced or if they just get the ball where it was touched, but looks like they are going to walk off some yardage here. Well, maybe not. Maybe you just get it where it was touched. No, here's the penalty yardage. So it is a 5-yard penalty, so Lovington will have the ball at the Rocket 43. So I'm thinking you just load up the box here, maybe even put a spy on Gutierrez.
Yeah.
And just look for a strip.
Yeah, you have to be raking at the ball the entire time and do anything you can to be forcing a turnover. And Lovington doing a good job. They're staying in that spread formation and still going to run it, but
yeah, but you just got to line up single coverage, I think.
And that's exactly what Goddard did right there.
Yep. And here's Gutierrez taking it himself. He's got lots of room. Will he go out of bounds? No. Smart play. He'll stay in bounds.
What a smart play by that kid.
And he will pick up lots of yardage here, all the way down to the 20-yard line.
And everything, Coach, was right, but we either weren't fast enough with the spy or didn't have one right there. Because, like you said, we loaded up the box and we went single coverage across the board, but Gutierrez might have been unaccounted for, or we just weren't fast enough to get there because
he is fast.
He picked up big yardage right there.
He is so fast and hard. He's got the moves too. He can get you with his arm, but and now the Lovington coaches are saying, why isn't the clock moving?
Yeah, as soon as those chains are set, that thing should be going.
And I'm not sure if they're upset with their own timekeeper or with the officials, but they were sure gesturing. But they're right. The clock should be moving. Like you said, a super smart play by Gutierrez to stay in bounds. He could have walked out of bounds and not taken a hit. But he gives himself up to keep the clock going. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 20, and they will run it between the tackles and pick up about 8. So that will keep the clock moving and keep the drive going. I think at this point in the ball game, a touchdown will probably do it.
And then they're gonna milk it for as long as possible. If I'm them, I'm telling my guys not to score. It's 2nd and 2.
You know what? Yeah.
Just drop if you get the first down, and even then, like.
Yeah, I think you could. I think this could be a fall down at the 1 situation. I'm okay with that. I know that's tough for players sometimes, but all right, here we go. 2nd and 2, same play, and probably not going to get it. So we'll bring up 3rd and 1 or 2, depending on the spot. Good defense there in the box by Goddard, but again, the clock is their enemy.
And then we've already used at least one timeout, so.
Yeah, it makes it tough. So let's see. I think they might run that play again, or they might send Gutierrez out wide because they know that they trust him to stay in bounds. So look for maybe the fake of that previous couple of plays. And keeping it. No, they're going to go with the pitch, and he's going to go out of bounds. Boy.
Not as smart as Gutierrez.
No, that's.
And he had the first down and could have cut inside and.
Or just gone down. That's.
So it helps out the Rockets right there.
Yeah, that's actually not a huge break, but a break for the Rockets. It will be first and goal from the 9. And I promise you, Gutierrez will be telling that running back, hey, you got to go down there. You can't go out of bounds there. We got to keep the clock going.
I wouldn't be surprised. They just keep running up the middle with him. And
here's the big shift to the right.
They're going to pitch it that way. Yep.
And I'll tell you what, I don't even like pitching the ball in these situations.
No.
I prefer, especially if you got a running quarterback, I don't even want an exchange.
Yeah.
You know, if you want the running back to run a direct, snap it to him. But, you know, with a running quarterback, you know, I'd be the same with Vasquez. I'd be the same with Lynn at Roswell.
In this situation, just limit the room for error.
Mm-hmm.
And your guy is good enough to get yards and make good decisions. So I'm with you on that, Coach.
Yeah.
Limit the room for error. And if you do want to give it to the running back, direct snap, like you said.
Sure. I mean, because really the only way to lose this game right now if you're Lovington is a turnover. And here now they're going to throw. See, and they score the touchdown.
I'm still
that's great,
at
but
a
I
loss
still don't
for
like
words
that
they threw the ball.
Yeah, I just still don't like that.
Because they could have milked another 2 minutes off the clock.
The only way you lose the football game is a turnover, so you throw the ball. I'm telling you.
Potential sack, interception, like so many things that could go wrong. And they, like we said, they did score, but I would have taken a lot more conservative approach.
Yes, I don't like that play calling at all.
And then too, it just, you know, it's been a game of runs up and down, and you know, say Goddard takes us to the house, gets an onside, you just never know. And I'd like for as little as time as possible to be on the clock when crazy stuff starts to happen if I have a big lead.
All right, so the extra point is good, so that makes the score 28-7. We will take a break. We're in the fourth quarter. This quarterfinal, from Lovington. 28-7. Lovington is your score. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
At Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa, our team is here for you. Nancy Walker, Fallon Moody, and Tialana Watts are family nurse practitioners offering expert care in family practice, pediatrics, women's health, and aesthetics. Nancy also provides advanced hormone therapy for men and women, including hormone pellet implants that help patients feel their best. Plus, meet Brittany Harrell, our skilled nurse injector, offering a full range of aesthetic procedures to help you look and feel confident. Same-day and walk-in patients are always welcome. Visit Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa at 607 West Country Club Road in Roswell. Your family, your health, your beauty, all in one place.
All right, welcome back. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this quarterfinal matchup between these district rivals, the Lovington Wildcats and your Goddard Rockets. It's been an interesting, entertaining game, but it looks like Lovington has put themselves firmly in the driver's seat here, scoring their fourth touchdown, and they lead 28-7. I misspoke earlier when I said Artesia was up 13-0 at halftime. It was the end of the first quarter, so they are still 23 seconds left in the first half in the Bulldog Bowl, and now up 28-0 over Highland. So Artesia firmly in command, and it's looking more and more like they are going to be traveling to Lovington next week for their semifinal game, barring some kind of rocket miracle here. And here we go with the kickoff. And they've been all touchbacks so far, and I expect this to be the same, but you never know. We'll see. Here is the kick, and just as predicted, it will get to the white end zone and be yet another touchback for Aranda. All right, so Goddard will come out here and going to have to go deep in the playbook now. You need several quick hitters in a row. You need onside kicks. You need a lot to happen, but it's been, like I said, an entertaining game for sure.
Yes, for sure. Good game. Lots of momentum swings. Goddard just couldn't quite get over the hump on most of their drives, derailed by penalties, bad snaps, or turnovers. And just kind of the story of the game. Goddard shot themselves in the foot a lot today.
Yeah, they definitely had their chances, especially in that first half. Had a chance. Really, they were driving to take the lead late in the first half, and then kind of let it get away with them, like I said, with some pretty untimely mistakes. So here we go. Here's Vasquez back to throw. He's going to take a shot down the sideline and complete and run it out to nearly the 40. And trying to see who that is. I'm just going by height, but I think that's the big guy Castillo on that one. Well, maybe not. This looks like Castillo walking in from the other way, so not sure. That could be O'Mara again because it looks like Castillo's on this side of the field. All right, 1st and 10 now from the 38. Vasquez with the snap. And they're going to run the football, so I guess it's okay if you get the line quick and play fast, unless you're just foregone conclusion here. They are going to line up quickly. So a gain of 4 on the play. Well, maybe 5. We'll call it 4. 2 receivers to the right. Vasquez is going to look left and throw it up, and it is caught for a first down and out of bounds near midfield. And that is O'Mara, I believe. I can't see the numbers at all.
That one, Coach, I think that one was Kyle Mosqueda.
Okay.
He was wearing the sleeves earlier. Yeah, I see the 5.
Okay.
So I think he had the last 2. Good old
All
Kyle.
right, so let's definitely give our credit where it's due. As the Rockets huddle up now as they got out of bounds, they can catch their breath a little bit for this play. All right, single back set, pistol. Vasquez back, looking to his right. Looks to let it go, and now he's going to take off. He's got a blocker. Oh, and he gets taken down hard by number 6, Chase Terrell, senior linebacker.
And then, the Wildcats want to stay in bounds. The Rockets right there, we want to try to get out of bounds because that gives us time to get a huddle, get a good play call in instead of having to rush. And
right, 3 or 4 yards don't matter. You got to sprint to the sideline in that situation. I agree with you. So here's Vasquez from the 46 now, 2nd and 6. Picked up 4 on the play, and now the quick hitter, the spin, close to first down yardage, maybe a tad short.
And that looked like Mosqueda again right there.
Yeah, not a lot of targets for Castillo.
No, not at all. That there seemed to be, and it was about a 50-50 between playing him straight up and bracketing him too.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. They're going to hand it off, be sure of the first down, and get a whole lot more up the middle.
It.
Is that Montoya? I can't tell who it is.
It definitely wasn't either of our other running backs, Coach, because that one had a little more giddy up. I feel like
a little juice.
He accelerated through the hole.
All right, big gain there. First down, ball at the 25. Vasquez back, rolls out. He's in trouble.
Oh, we can't take it. We can't take a sack. Throw it.
Unload it. He's just going to
take
off.
Out of bounds now. We'll take it.
Out
Good.
of bounds, but no gain. Gets right back to the 25.
And
well, I'll tell you what, that's a gain of 1 maybe.
He was facing some heavy pressure and looked like he was going to get sacked and able to get out of it and get out of bounds, exactly what Goddard needed. And, running that hurry-up offense, you get so tired so quickly, so this little bit of break definitely helps the linemen and the skillies for sure.
Yeah, good job getting out of bounds. I think I'd like to see him throw up a
in this situation,
50-50 ball.
You're right, Coach. Especially Castillo's on that side.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. 2nd and 9 maybe. And now he's looking. He's going to take a shot this time, and oh boy, I thought
we came open. It didn't look like anything was open. We came open, and it looks like we just kind of dropped that ball.
Yeah, it's hard to tell by the player reactions what happened there, but there did appear to be a little chance for maybe making a big play there. but it will stop the clock. 3rd and 9. So now I don't think your plan changes here. I think you still got to be looking for more than a first down, even though it's 3rd and 9. Vasquez drops back. Plenty of time this time, and now he's got the completion.
That's Castillo.
And he's going to get in. Oh, just short. As he breaks a tackle and will be down at the 2. Yeah, Castillo running the good route. Makes the catch on the good throw from Vasquez. Breaks the tackle. Can't quite get in. And Vasquez will just throw up the...
Wow.
Nice catch.
Back shoulder throw by Vasquez, and Castillo just turns and spins and snags that ball with one hand like it was a Pee Wee League football coach. Oh, my gosh.
Wow, he did just kind of reach up with a paw and reel that one in. That was a really good catch from Castillo. So there's the touchdown for the Rockets. They make it a 2-score game again. And the extra point pending here as they plan for the onside kick. Here's the snap, the hold, both perfect. Kick is up, kick is good. So we'll take a quick break. Rockets get within 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
I'm Ben from Roswell Seed Company. And I'm John. We've been helping New Mexico grow since 1898. Seeds, feed, fertilizer, tools, all the good stuff.
Basically, if it grows in the dirt, we probably sell it. Or at least argue about how good it'll grow.
We're just down on South Main, and we're always happy to help.
And hey, we throw in the advice and bad jokes, both equally unlicensed.
Go where the pros go. Roswell Seed Company.
All right, we are back. Goddard cuts into the lead once again, 28-14, and they will line up to try to get the onside kick once again. Last time they touched it before it went 10 yards, so that's a penalty, so they'll try to get this one at least to the 50 before it's touched by a Rocket. Now, if Lovington touches it short of the 50, then it's fair game. So here we go. Another onside kick opportunity. And this one is...
that was mishit.
Yeah.
That thing just went straight out of bounds in the air.
Yeah, he's trying to kind of bounce it so you can't do the onside or the fair catch, and that one just took off on him. So that is also a penalty. Kickoff out of bounds.
And then a quick update. The Goddard Rocket volleyball team unfortunately lost 3-0 to Albuquerque Academy, so their season is done. But what an amazing season for the Goddard Rocket volleyball team. Only 3 losses on the season, made it all the way to the semifinals, district champion. So shout out to Coach Lukens and all of those girls for an amazing season, and definitely something to be proud of.
Yeah, and something to look forward to for next year, too, to build on this.
Oh, yeah.
This season, and you guys got a good coach in Andy Lukens. So good things happening with Rocket volleyball. All right, 1st and 10 at the Goddard 48 for Lovington. Look for them to continue to run the football here, although they did pass it the last time they had it. It might work. I was going to say it's not going to work, and it's not. But
and there's a flag also. And so, Coach, I don't understand that play call. There's so much room for error. Like, you're going with that. It looked like a counter, like reverse to the other side and to the outside.
And you're putting the ball in the air. I mean, technically that's a pass.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand. To me, if I'm coaching, I'm thinking, how is the only way you can lose? And that's, that's not like you're throwing it down the field, but it's still, like you said, very high risk, low reward there.
And the flag to boot, like, Coach, like you were saying earlier, I'm just getting in shotgun, snapping it to whoever's there. I'm telling them to get both arms around that ball immediately and just run right at the center. I don't even care if you get a yard or not.
Sure. You just keep the clock running. And then punt if you need to. I mean, I just don't get it. Unsportsmanlike to boot, as you said. Well, no, the unsportsmanlike was on Goddard, it looks like. So they're gonna get away with it and get the first down. And they'll go explain to Coach Bolaños the call. I thought maybe there was something with Castillo at the end of that play.
No, yeah, it looked like he was getting into a little war of words with the Lovington players.
Right, that's the only thing I saw, though. I don't think it was a late hit or anything. And you hate to see it, but, your season is coming to a close, and tempers can run high and emotions can run high. You don't like to see it.
No, it's hard to accept defeat, but it's something that is necessary. Everyone takes losses, and you got to do it with humility, and some poise, Coach. And
right.
Goddard not doing that right now, so hopefully we can turn that around, because you don't want to put a stain on a great season, because the Rockets just had an amazing season, especially compared to last year, getting 5 more wins than the previous year, going another round further. As Coach Bolaños mentioned, these group of seniors, they had never been a part of a playoff win at all, and that's a big stepping stone for the future. Like, these seniors laid the foundation again for the Goddard Rocket football team, so we just need to stay poised and not do anything to tarnish that in any way.
Right, because it has been a tremendously successful season for Goddard, as you said, and definitely going in the right direction, and a lot of talent coming up.
A lot of talent coming back.
Your quarterback is a sophomore, and he's had a great year, and you got lots of other guys coming back too. So, yeah, you wanna finish it the right way. Here's the run up the middle, as we thought we would be seeing. And
we thought we'd be seeing it from the very first play.
Yeah, we kind of thought we'd see it middle of the third quarter.
The whole second half, just straight handoffs or straight just quarterback leads up the middle. But that's why we're announcing and not calling plays.
That's right. That's why we're the old armchair quarterbacks.
I'll tell you what, though, I prefer this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a lot less pressure, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now we got the extended huddle, the use of the play clock. As we wind things down, Lovington can start thinking about how to handle the Artesia Bulldogs next week here on this field.
And what a legendary matchup that will be. Yeah. Two of the most iconic programs in New Mexico going at it against each other. That over 50, I'm sure, state titles easily.
53, well, I think it's 52, actually. 52 combined state titles between those two programs. And, of course, Artesia, the most successful program in the country since 1950. And Lovington with 20 titles on their own. So, that's a huge matchup. And Artesia will still be favored on the road, but I tell you what, Lovington, they've showed they can hang.
Mm-hmm. And it's a tough place to play, and they get everything out of their kids. They have several playing both ways, and Coach Bailey, just a really good coach and has a really good program over there. So Artesia is going to have its hands full next week. And, honestly, Coach, is looking like, Roswell High did get the 2 seed, but that 2 seed might have been the most coveted seed in the bracket.
We talked about it last night on the air. Yeah.
Artesia having to, this week's game wasn't too much for him, but having to go through Lovington or Goddard, and now that it's Lovington, that's tough sledding right there. And
and especially because of who owes who. That the last thing they wanted to see was Goddard and Lovington on their side of the bracket, because they knew they were going on the road no matter what. So,
and as a 1 seed, you just expect to be, I know the who owes who, but you just expect to be on the home end on every game.
And they will be if they get to the championship game, because Roswell owes them, and Gadsden
Have never been.
Yeah, those
against
two.
Them.
They have never been against them. So Gadsden Artesia is a no history matchup. So Artesia would be at home for a potential state championship game, but coming on this field, it's hard to win on this field for anybody, even if you're Artesia. So, and Goddard knows it, unfortunately, better than anybody lately, because this is 3 in a row that they've had to endure here.
It looks like
victory
formation, the best formation if you're on the winning side. Sometimes at halftime you have to do it on the losing side, but if you're winning, you have to do this at the end of the game. This is the best play in the world as a coach.
Yeah, it's what you play for, and they do the pistol victory formation, and I think they have to one more time, or no? Maybe. Let's see. Nope, everybody heading to the sidelines, so here we'll do it. So that will be your final score, Lovington 28 and Goddard 14. So Lovington advances to the semifinals, where they will, barring a miracle in the Bulldog Bowl, be hosting the Artesia Bulldogs next week, and that will be almost for sure an NFHS broadcast, but it will be available audio only online on radio and live streaming on KSVPTV.com. We're going to take a break and then come back and wrap things up here from Lovington. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, TransAero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The TransAero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast, no matter how remote the site. When every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, TransAero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and TransAero Medevac. Life support by Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the savings. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. And register to win a $300 Thanksgiving gift card. 1 entry for stopping by, 2 with social media share, 3 with qualified test driver service, and 5 with purchase. Drawing Wednesday the 26th at noon live on Facebook. Gobble up the savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
All right, we are back. The sportsmanship and the handshakes have gone well, and now getting the alma mater being sung here and in Lovington, and so congratulations to them. They are going to host the Artesia Bulldogs, and we'll wish them good luck next week as they advance to the semifinals, and they will take on their old friends, the Artesia Bulldogs.
Some familiar foes right there.
Yep. All right. So you have some stats for us there, partner.
Yes, sir, Coach. Brady Gibbs, end of the day, 7 rushes, 42 yards. Zach Ariano, 11 rushes, 33 yards. Nate Vasquez, 5 rushes, 21 yards. Isaiah Montoya, 3 rushes, 12 yards. Nate Vasquez was 19 of 26, 232 passing yards, and a couple of touchdowns. And then Josiah Castillo, 4 catches, 47 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Valdez, 3 catches, 41 yards. Brian O'Meara, 6 catches, 94 yards and a touchdowns for the freshman. Kyle Mosqueda, 4 catches, 69 yards. And then Josiah Thompson, 2 catches for 1 yard. And the Goddard Rockets, as we mentioned, 5-game improvement from last year. Went from 2-9 to 7-5. Also, they improved by 1 more round in the playoffs, which is what you want to see, improvement from year to year. And then also, like we mentioned, lots of talent returning and lots to build on for these Goddard Rockets. So successful season in its own right, winning record, made the playoffs, made it 1 round further, and then, promising future for the Rockets. Lots of talent coming back for Coach Bolaños and the staff.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. A lot to look forward to with Rocket football. All right, so we're going to wrap things up. I want to thank you, Coach, for allowing me to join you today. I had a really good time. Like I said, first Goddard football broadcast, and it was fun.
And you didn't say Coyotes
and
once,
I didn't
Coach.
say
I was proud of
Coyotes
you.
once,
Yep, you didn't
man.
say it. No, it was fun. Went smooth. Loved it, Coach. Look forward to our next game calling together.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it. All right, thanks to Gene Dow, the crew. Thanks to Doug and Tanner. And as always, good job, and we appreciate you. All right, we're going to wrap things up. Thanks for tuning in, KSVP.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. And Rocket Football, we'll see you next year.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Dion's is homegrown right here in New Mexico and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by their location on South Main and West Wildy in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town at a price that won't break the bank. Dion's makes it easy to bring together your favorite people with your favorite food for any occasion. Visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or pickup. That's Dion's.com. The holiday season is the perfect time to cozy up with Plateau, because right now receive a $100 credit when you sign up for True Fiber Internet with Plateau. When you cozy up to True Fiber Internet from Plateau, you'll get reliable, blazing fast speed to stream more, game more, and surf more than ever before. And with a $100 credit when you sign up today, you'll save more too. Call 1-877-PLATEAU or log on to plateautel.com today and cozy up to True Fiber Internet from Plateau. Make your mark at Media Sales. Pecos Valley Broadcasting and KSVP TV are now hiring account executives in the Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia areas. Send your resume or details to hireme at pvbcradio.com today. That concludes this presentation of sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com. Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Amigo Machinery, Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Trans Aero Medevac, Dion's Pizzas, Salads, and Subs, Farmers Country Market, Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, National Furniture Liquidators, Richland Dodge and Richland GM, Plateau Wireless, Roswell Honda, Wakefield Oil Company, and Tate Branch of Roswell. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.